I peeped the views the channel's been getting. That's hype.
Bang it! We're fucking banging right now for some, I don't know why.
I mean, even even if you look at like the last couple of videos on the channel, they're all relatively higher than like you know last
Everything
couple of
else.
videos.
Bro, for some
Hmm
reason that episode 60, I don't know why, but it's always at 5,000 views. Like, it's always the most viewed video on the channel, which makes no sense.
It's funny because it's called disappointing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's the most viewed video. I don't know, man. But we're chilling at like 10,500 views this month, which is just, and that's even before the new Ep releases as well. So, like,
hmm
I don't know, man.
Even
But
the Elden Ring videos got a lot of views
yeah,
too.
the Elden Ring podcast, our new sidecast, the Elden Ring show. I'm surprised that's like all the new GGP, like, yeah, that first Elden Ring got 2.5, the second one got 1.6, and even like the you can speedrun OPTC got like is almost at 2K as well, which is just mind-boggling.
Popping off.
But that, I don't know, I don't get why that episode 60 always has 5K views though, man. That does not make
Yeah.
any sense.
That that boiled episode popped off too.
Yeah, out of nowhere too. So, you know, we out here, man. Get that SEO. We're gonna call this episode pre-8th anniversary. Then gonna call next episode 8th anniversary. You know the vibes, man.
And then the next one is post anniversary.
Post 8th anniversary.
Then the
Then it's
next
like-
video, next one, what's next?
Yeah, what's next? What's gonna happen in 9th anniversary? And then just
Ninth
know.
Annie predictions.
9th Annie predictions. Early 10th Annie predictions in the next one. Will the game be alive at 10th Annie?
Why am I still here?
Just to suffer. But the people are actually here for another episode of GGP. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 66 of the Good, Great, Perfect podcast. We're back. It's OPTC time. The usual suspects are here. You got Flame, Knight, and Todd. They're going to trudge through today's episode with me as we have a lot of content to cover today. Without further ado, gentlemen, let's get right into it with a little bit of let's jump right in with a little bit of like a sad note, I guess, for lack of a better word here. All the Garp challenges became available, which was a bit of a shock. And I think this is something that people have wanted for a long time. However, on the contrary, it's a monkey's paw situation. You have all the Garp challenges, but they no longer reset.
So, yeah, goodbye to all of your gem rewards.
Your monthly gem of about 40 to 60 gems a month have now disappeared, which is pretty, like, breaking for a lot of free-to-play players.
Yeah. It's a good resource to get to just like a lot of just free stuff every month.
Plus, limit break materials, which was also a massive part too.
And the like keys.
The keys, yeah. So, like,
yeah, it's huge.
They did mention that, like, yes, they'll no longer be resetting, but some of the Garp challenge rewards will be redistributed into Chopper Man missions going forward. What does that mean exactly? Probably like point farming events and like all that kind of stuff will probably be a little bit more rewarding in that sense. But
well, yeah, we might talk about it later on, but just with the most recent release of that Katakuri farming event, like the rewards for the Chopper Man missions are so good compared to normal. Yeah.
So
I'm okay
like
with that.
I'm okay as long as that kind of keeps up. But it is kind of upsetting. Like, as much as I like people know me as the guy that fucking hates Garp challenges with a passion. I despise the content so much. But it was good to have a consistent monthly source of gems coming in, even if it was like 40 to 60. Like, it's not a lot in the grand scheme of things, but it's still a constant source regardless. So this is a bit of it's a bit of an upsetting part. But now that they're all available, you content creators can go buck wild and release as many Garp challenge videos as you really want, I suppose. You know, so
well, it's actually, it is a good thing in a way, because sometimes people would really want to test their teams versus, like, you know, Dofi 2 and Rev 2, but then they'd have to wait, like, months in advance or months, you know, waiting for, you know, things to reset so that he get the certain Garp challenges to try things. And so, I mean, it's always available. It's always nice, but, you know, the fact that the missions don't reset. I mean, I would like it if, like, just, like, an annual thing. It just, like, reset once a year or something, or a couple times a year. That would be cool. Am I expecting it? No, but...
I'd be super down for that, though. I feel like that would be the correct, probably like the more correct way to handle it, in my opinion.
Right.
having it so like, okay, well, like if you're not going to reset it constantly, like every month or so, at least we can look forward to it being reset from time to time. Or even the same way that like sometimes Chopper Man missions get reset. How like generally during like big Earth celebrations you'll have them reset. So like
I agree with that.
It would be nice to do that. However, I mean like it's not really that big or important of a thing in the grand scheme of things, but I just hope that like whatever rewards that they do redistribute, they redistribute fairly, so we don't lose out on that 40 to 60 gems per month anyway. So we'll have to, I guess, like wait and see how it averages out across them.
It depends, because like the Katakuri event gave like something like 50 gems.
Yeah, it actually gave a nice chunk of gemmies there. Plus,
so imagine like if every month they have a new mission that you can just farm that comes out with like the end of month batch, and you just get 50 gems by completing the mission. Like that's pretty worth it, honestly.
I guess the only concern that I have is that if it's point farming events, it'll be up to like 50,000 points. And like if you don't have boosted units, then that's gonna be like a big struggle to get through that kind of stuff. That's
because the one that they've got right now is the turtle drop one.
They're dropping,
and like I haven't even done any pulls on this banner at all, and I was able to do it in about probably 3 to 4 hours of like consistent farming.
I think it's so. It like averages about 7 turtles a run, including like dupes. So like you can like I
was getting about 8.
So about 70 to 75 runs, which is still a lot, but like the event doesn't disappear in like 2 days. It's there for a very long. I think it's there for like a whole month or plus even. So like, you know, you can easily knock that out for sure.
Pretty good though.
Yep. I don't know. Garp Challenges gone. Rip to the goat. We'll never see Garp Challenge 6 ever come back then.
I was gonna ask did they bring it?
Nah, they didn't. They should have. Like, they definitely should have brought it back if they were gonna do like, you know, we're just gonna make all the Garp challenges available.
Bring literally every Garp challenge back.
Why not?
In a sense, they did bring it back, but in a different game mode.
In a different game mode, which we'll get to a little later.
Have they mentioned if they're gonna be creating any more?
Basically, GC is dead completely as
far
as we're concerned. Like, there's no resetting. There's no new ones coming out.
They haven't said anything about it. They're just saying that like it's not being reset or anything.
I doubt that. Like, it would be really weird for them to say we're not resetting this anymore, but we're making new ones. I don't know. That'd be kind of an obtuse like way to approach it, I suppose, because like I don't know, it just doesn't make much sense. But I mean, we'll have to wait and see.
Okay.
And then, I guess then on a little quick note, as we mentioned in the previous episode, the OPTC official tutorial series is well along its way. It will be an 8-part series covering all aspects of Treasure Cruise. Funnily enough, though, a bunch of new content came out that will not be covered in this tutorial series.
Oh my god.
It's actually pretty funny because, like, it was a couple days ago now, but we got a message from Yannicka, and she's like, "Oh, can you add this to the description of the videos?" And it's like, "Oh, information valid as of this date."
That's so rough, man.
It was like, damn, dude.
They could just make you make like you could just make 2 more videos, one on Grand Voyage and one on Level Limit Break, I suppose.
Yeah, that is something that I was thinking about, but at the same time, it's still a lot of effort, and I'm been pretty busy lately, so I don't know if I've got time to do it.
Right. So that's cool. Official series is on the 876 TV channel as a playlist as well, which is super awesome. You know, about time there's been some sort of tutorial series that's official at least for the game. So you know, thumbs up for that.
Check
for
out
sure.
The broskies.
Shout out to Yannicka as well for all the effort there. All right, enough chit chat. There's a lot of legends, as per goddamn usual. We've decided we're going to talk about all the characters at the start, and then talk about all the big talking points towards the end. So, without further ado, gentlemen, Legend X Drake, Kizuna exclusive Legend X Drake. How do you guys? I don't know. I don't know how I feel
about what component.
I don't know. I wanted X Drake to be. I mean, Kizuna Legends are always busted, but. It was a weird option. I think the weirdest option is that we still have no Apu character at all.
That threw me off big time. Like, They had the Zoro, which in the artwork he's slashing Apu. They had Drake in the artwork. He's literally
he's eating a poo, like, you know.
He's
and
eating poo, bro.
That ain't it, man. But like they
That's
even said,
disrespectful.
but then even like we'll get into the Kazuna. They could have made a Kazuna free to play unit. Nah, just kidding. Let's not make one at all.
That was messed up, dude. I sincerely hope that they don't go down that route of not doing free to play Kizuna units anymore. That would be absolute dog.
Some dookie water there. But
yeah.
Let's get into Drake. Drake is a striker powerhouse strength, I think super class character, I believe.
Super type
even. So his captain ability, he boosts the attack of striker and powerhouse characters by 5x, HP by 1.3, makes Sign Int Orbs beneficial for striker powerhouse characters. He restores special cooldown of all characters by 10 turns when they are rewinded, and deals anywhere between, is it 400x damage in characters attack and typeless damage?
400x is the max cap, yeah.
Okay, so it's a range of damage in typeless, and typeless damage to all enemies at the end of each turn, depending on how many perfects you hit. Obviously, the more perfects you hit, the higher the damage output will be.
Yeah, kind of like V2 Akainu.
Yeah. And then
except it's AoE.
Yeah, which is really good. His special is deals 10% enemies, 10% HP cut in true damage, so that goes through everything, I believe, to all enemies, and boosts the attack of striker and powerhouse characters by 2.5x for one turn. If your captain is a striker or powerhouse character, sets the chain boundary from to 3x and to a maximum of 40x for one turn. Otherwise, he sets the chain boundary from 2.5x to 35x. Otherwise, his super criteria is you need basically any of the supernovas or the Kaido pirates.
Torpedo.
Yes, and then his super special is deals 100x characters attack and typeless damage to all enemies. In true damage, typeless damage to all enemies. Reduces special cooldown of strike and powers characters by one turn. Makes dex and quick orbs beneficial for strike and powers characters for one turn. And then he makes them all super strength characters. And then his support, just quickly, is it attaches to all striker characters, which is pretty good. Once per adventure, when the supported character uses a damage dealing or health cutting special, boosts the attack of striker characters by 1.75x for one turn. Whew. That's a mouthful.
Those types of supports that do it, attack and orb boost and stuff, I think they're going to be more and more valuable as time goes on due to the nature of Grand Voyage and the fact that there's like really weird interrupts. So having supports that can just provide all these really good buffs is going to be good. Like even on the Alvita fight, for example, she reacts to orb boost. So I have a really good 1.75 orb boost support. I mean, it's going to be good. Yeah, totally. So good support. But the rest of the kit, pretty solid.
Pretty solid. Like, I mean, a flat 5x captain to two classes. If I'm going to be nitpicky already, I would have liked it to go back to the OG of like color class. So if it was like if it was strength, striker, powerhouse, 5x, Drake would be insane. Like he would be so powerful. But I mean, still striker, powerhouse. I mean, powerhouse is still one of the best classes in the game. Striker, I guess
got some good stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Striker not too far behind. So flat 5x is good. HP boost is good. 2 orbs beneficial is great. Interestingly, not immune, but like he reacts to special rewind, which is super awesome in his captain ability. I think that's
not
super
many characters
useful.
have that.
Exactly. And that's a super useful ability. And obviously the end of turn damage is always going to be nice for speed farming content as well.
Like Striker, high key, like they've got some really good stuff. I mean, just if you think this character has so many good synergies, you got like versus Akainu, Yamato, both versions, Final Tap Kid you can use with him, Roger Newgate.
It actually works really well.
A lot of good units. Yeah. So this guy's got lots of good stuff to work with. And he has that. I like the fact that with his captain, he gets around resilience too.
Yeah, I was gonna say he has that passive little ability of getting around resilience, which is again like super convenient as well. His special's decent. I think chain boundaries are very good, like buff. And it's pretty high chain boundaries, like starting at 3x and going to 40x as well.
It's probably the best chain boundary because the condition that you have to fulfill for it is very easy.
Yeah.
Whereas like Crocodile, you need it to be below a HP threshold or use his like super type or super class special first. So this is good. This is like just have a certain captain, boom, you're good.
Yeah,
And the
exactly
fact that he
right.
does that plus an attack boost works well with Yamato, so you can get a
Mhm.
huge chain boost with Yamato plus chain boundary. Absolutely amazing.
It's a very good combination there.
And it's a damage dealing special.
And exactly, so now you have a lot of supports that could be made viable.
You get kind of support even to get
Yeah.
slots for your strength units, or it's just so good.
I like the a lot of cooldown as well, which is
Yep.
like super good. And he's
I really wish that his
super
special gave -1 cooldown too.
That'd been really sick. I
that
agree
would've
with you
been
there.
really, really good.
I think the super type is like it's okay. I don't think
it's nothing amazing.
It's nothing amazing, but again, it's wave clear plus cooldown. And I guess he also does make Dex and Quick Orbs beneficial for one turn. But it's like I don't see you It's not too often you're going to use this super special on like a boss stage to make those orbs beneficial, as far as I'm aware or concerned at least.
Yeah, it's
more
weird,
often not.
'cause,
More often, not you're just going to pop this to wave clear like a stage 1 or stage 2.
His super type special makes his captain that much more weird and obscene because he doesn't make strength slots matching, and that would make sense if he was also a strength captain because they would already have the strength slots matching. But he doesn't boost strength, so if you run just other stuff, the strength slots are not going to be beneficial. So it should just made strength X quick matching or all type slots matching or something. And it also is kind of weird when you think about it, right? Because his captain ability resists special reverse, but then his super type special gives you cooldown. So it is kind of weird.
What you trying
but I
to
guess
do, man?
if you get despaired and then you get special reverse, that would be a problem. So then his super type special could be good. But it's good. You could speed farm with it at least in a sense.
He's a very quick boy. He's a very fast clearing captain. I mean, again, interestingly, he is a Kazuna legend. Does his kit fit Kazuna? It's kind of the same vein as Kaido and the lead performers unit, the dual unit, where it's this character would have been sick as a TM legend. Because
this guy is going to be very good in treasure map.
he has all the wave clear mechanics. It's again the same issue where I think we've said it every episode that's in a Treasure Cruise episode. Legend Bon Clay probably should have been a Kazuna legend, and Kaido and probably Extract should have been TM legends. But
if we think about it, there hasn't been a treasure map since his release. So next treasure map, he's going to be boosted.
He'll be very good. He's going to be very, very good in treasure map without a doubt.
Hell yeah, he will be.
And I guess we can jump into his Pirate Rumble kit real quick.
Yep.
So he is 100% resistant to DOT damage, 30% damage reduction to Dex damage. His ability at level 5 applies level 2 special CT up to strength characters and level 6 attack and HP up to strength characters. And his Rumble is on a 25-second cooldown. His 30% HP cut to 2 enemies with the highest HP, applies level 7 crit hit and blow away up to crew members in a large radial range for 15 seconds. And he has a 70% chance to inflict action bind to Dex characters for 10 seconds.
So with what we've seen, it looks like they're definitely, hammering down the fact that, a strength team in Rumble take on Dex team. That's their focus.
Yeah, 100%.
And his passive is so busted.
It's very
CT
strong.
increase and level 6 attack and health to strength. It's so
very,
good.
Very, very strong. It's very strong.
I have used this guy in Rumble, and I found his special to be okay.
Yep.
The really good thing about it though is that strength have a lot of good CT increases.
Yeah.
And 25-second cooldown for what he does is really good because there's a really high chance you're going to action bind it, and it targets all decks. So you can get his special to launch 3 times per run at a maximum. Yeah. And you're going to be binding almost all of the enemies. And then on top of that, you're also health cutting, guarantee health cut against 2 of them, which makes your final tap kid hit harder and guarantee more KOs. He's okay. He's not anything game breaking or game changing, but he's just a nice addition. He probably isn't optimal for strength, but he's all right.
I think it would have been nice if they had changed that action bind to be guarantee 100% action bind with 3 Dex characters for 10 seconds or something like that. As opposed to inflicting it on every Dex character, but only being 70%. I think they could have maybe twisted that.
The crit up and blow away up is kind of weird. Those 2 effects aren't really needed for a strength team. So I don't really agree with that.
The crit I get. The blow away, is kind of a weird choice, I suppose.
Blow an odd mechanic in Rumble because if it works right, it's really good. But it can screw up your team in a lot of ways because it means that characters that have to hit in a certain range, they just will whiff a lot of the time if some of them are blown away and they're on the back of the.
Totally right. Like you always end up whiffing on like the super important units that you've just blown away. So it's just like,
right. So it's annoying.
Yeah, exactly. No, I still think like, well, like he might be able to slot into the actual like meta strength team, but I mean the current meta strength team is insane in itself, regardless. So like,
yeah, because their main focus is to just take on decks, and
they really do a really good job. Yeah, they really do a really good job at that as it is. So like,
yeah.
All right.
But his passive really carries him because like you can just chuck him on and his passive is huge help. Yeah.
Totally. Like I agree with you there without a doubt. Probably about it for our friendo here.
Yeah. So what are we gonna rate this man?
I think he's like a solid 8.5 range for myself. I think he's a great legend. I mean, but we've had a lot of like solid legends released, but he doesn't really feel like a cut above anything at the moment, at least. So I'd probably like 8.5 comfortably.
Right, like it's nothing game breaking. It's nothing that's changing the game in any sense. But he's just like super solid.
He's very solid.
Definitely a lot better than some other legends we've had this year.
Yes.
I would give him probably a. I'm gonna be generous. I'm gonna give him a 9.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah.
What do you think, Knight?
Yeah, I think like you were saying before, like I really wish that he also boosted color as well as 2 classes like they did for a lot of the OG super type legends.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of weird he makes like Cyan and Orbs beneficial instead of like Quick and Dex.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like something so he can like counter having negative orbs. Like I think that would have like really helped him. But I think besides that, really cool. I like that they brought back the V2 Akainu esque ability, but now instead of being like single target, it's
straight
like
AoE.
AoE, which is insane. But you know, on some stages you're not going to be able to use it because of normal attack only. But it's really nice for like resilience and stuff like that. So yeah, I think I'm going to give him like a 8.5, 9-ish.
Flame?
I'd probably give him like an 8. You know, he's good for what he's, there for. You know, being a flat 5x captain's always nice. And, as Todd mentioned earlier, striker characters are super powerful. You know, he pairs very well with Yamato and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And the powerhouse units are great, having that similar V2 Kainu effect, but better.
Yep.
I also like that even though his super type isn't amazing, it is super easy to get just because of like the range of characters you can bring to activate it.
Exactly.
But as for most of the characters and probably everybody that I'm gonna say today, probably don't pull for him.
Yeah, exactly right.
I mean, we'll probably get another legend in the Kizuna May
100%
anniversary month. So, I mean, last year we got Sabo Ace in Japan,
who was arguably better than the whole anniversary legends.
Right.
So
yeah,
I would put I'd hedge my bets. I would hedge my bets. So that's for sure.
That's always one good thing about the Kizuna legend banners, because like usually the units are so good that like sometimes you could just hold off on one because the next one's gonna be crazy and you just have the chance potentially to get it on the next banner.
Mm-hmm. Totally agree. Totally agree. Well, I ended up getting Drake on the discount, so fuck y'all. So I don't care about it.
My man.
Oh, look at this guy.
About time. Now my Annie luck's gonna be fucking horrendous, but I mean it is what it is, right? Speaking of horrendous though, did you guys find that there was no free-to-play Kazuna unit? Just me?
Oh, that was odd.
What do you mean?
Yeah, what? I versed the boss, but it definitely wasn't a free-to-play unit, that's for sure.
Well, actually, Kuzan is free to play.
Oh, oh shit! Hold on, we're all wrong. You're 100%. You were 100% correct. There was a free to play Kazuna unit. It was just free to play with.
We just got him a bit earlier. Yeah,
but you not joshing there. We had a Pirate Alliance Kazuna versus 6+ Kuzan, V2 Kuzan. That is. It was an interesting design choice, like in terms of not giving a free-to-play unit out, which I don't understand why they did that. But I mean,
I think I know why. It's because Kuzan is so good that he counted as like he multiple events worth of characters.
And he was multiple events worth of characters as well.
Yeah.
He was the Pirate Rumble character. He was also the Kazuna character. They took a day off. They're like, let's not design Kazuna or Pirate Rumble characters this month.
You know what's even more stingy is the fact that Kuzan was given out as a free-to-play unit twice in Rumble rewards. Yep. And then he was also a recommended unit on the Kizuna banner.
Yep. So you could also pull him as well, which makes no sense. But I mean,
so funny.
It is what it is.
Just to make sure you got him.
Yeah, exactly. Well, do you know why? It's for his level limit break. That's why.
Facts.
Mega Brain.
All right.
Well, he broke it. Anyway,
he's pretty good. So I'm just gonna do his limit break captain ability because you might as well. This is V2's Kuzan 6+, so he did get a super evolution during the Kazuna, and as Todd mentioned, he was available for free to play, available for clearing. Like I think it was like 80 and 100 Pirate Rumble matches or so. So hopefully everyone picked him up at least. So his limit break expanded captain ability was boost the attack of quick and side characters by 4x. And the HP by 1.35 for the start of the chain, boosts the chance of getting matching orbs and makes quick and side orbs beneficial for quick and side characters. Boosts the attack of quick and side characters by 5x following a chain of psi quick attacks no lower than good. And then his new special is deals 100x characters attack and typeless true damage to enemies, reduces enemies' percent damage reduction and threshold duration by 2 turns, shout out Pudding. Changes all orbs, including block, into matching, and boosts the attack of quick and side characters by 2.25x for 1 turn. If you have used 20 or more quick and side orbs in attacks at the time the special is activated, he reduces the special cooldown of this character by 12 turns. So you can essentially pop his special again.
Yeah, he gets like a pseudo double special.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's good. I mean, his Pirate Rumble kit a little bit. So he applies. So his new ability, I don't know if it's really that new, but like level 6 attack and speed up to quick and side characters, level 3 defense up to quick and side characters, and his special on a 34 CT cooldown, 3.5k fixed damage to all enemies, and he inflicts level 5 defense and CT down debuffs to strength and int characters for 28 seconds.
So I'm looking at the original Kuzan. The passive, I think, is the exact same, but then the special gets a couple lower second CT, and the damage goes from 1400 to 35.
Jesus.
So he gets a big fixed damage increase, and the debuffs look to be the same. Yeah, the debuffs are the same. Lower CT, higher damage.
All right.
Great.
What do you guys think?
So, man, I love this super evolution. Like, a lot of people are going to say, oh, yeah, but you're never really going to use him that much. But, dude, he's so good.
Correct.
Compared to what we had previously. After I saw Super Evolution, I limit break expanded him because I really wanted to use him. And he's awesome. So, I mean, base 4x is fine. Health boost is good.
Yep.
He doesn't do it when you have just the base Kuzan, but when you do get that limit break expanded captain, he does increase the chances of matching slots appearing, and it's a pretty substantial increase, especially if you have both captains with it. Very good. And then a 5x after scything quick. I mean, that's fine. I mean, a lot of people say, oh yeah, but only 4 of your characters get the boost. I mean, that's fine.
Shut up.
Nothing wrong with that. And then his special got such a huge increase as well. Yeah,
his special is crazy. Like, I mean, it's on that pudding vibes of removing 2 turns. But I mean, like, they do give you the caveat of being like, well, if you've consumed 20 orbs, which is, like, it's not that challenging.
That's the worst part.
Yeah, like, it's just an effort. You're going to have to, like, because what is that? That would have to be, like, if you were to 1 turn everything, you need to have perfect quick and side orbs for, like, 4 stages.
Well, that's where matching slot effect captain is really good with the expansion.
So like you'd need to have perfect like slots for 4 stages essentially to be able to pop it in the 5th stage. So like there's like TM, it's impossible to get that ability unless you stall, which is ridiculous.
And Kizuna as well.
Exactly, like it's too tough.
But a lot of people also, I saw a lot of people complaining like, oh, he's only a 2.25 captain, which I mean, yeah, it's not the best, but at the same time, if you've got a 5x captain, a 2.25 times attack boost is pretty substantial. And
Yeah.
I mean, I did showcases against recent arenas, and a 2.25 boost was more than enough to get through these bosses, just due to these captain being a lot higher.
I mean, I agree. I think that 2.25 is enough. Like it literally, like I don't like we still don't have bosses in regular content. I won't speak for Grand Voyage that have like over like 100 million HP. So like 2.25 is still more than enough to clear a 30, 40 million HP boss easily.
Yep.
So like it doesn't need to be overt and grandiose. Like, does this mean that his longevity won't last as long? Absolutely. That's just what the game's unfortunate meta cycle is, though. But I mean, 2.25 is enough.
They've given him buffs via level limit break.
Exactly, which we will definitely get into a little later.
Yeah.
But I mean, just his kit alone, it's on like a 12-turn cooldown, so like it's pretty good on that too. And I mean, his Pyro Rumble kit's pretty decent. Like, I've seen people actually like chuck him into side teams as like an off the bench kind of unit, because like it definitely can work out as well. Like he does seem pretty decent against int. His passive is really good too, like very good.
The only real problem
I think the biggest thing. Oh,
no, you go.
Oh, I think the biggest thing for him is like, instead of changing all orbs randomly to sign quick, he changes it to like matching.
Yeah.
Because that shit was annoying as fuck back in the day. Like you roll a quick orb and it's like, but he doesn't make them matching in his like sailor. It's only as a captain that is matching. So if you use him as a sub, you get fucked over, or you'll have to like re-roll your orbs, which is cancer.
Yeah, exactly right.
I think that's a huge change.
Yeah, to Akainu, baby.
Yeah, that shit.
Right. Oh my god, I can't wait.
Also, a thing that I really like about the Kuzan is that it's only like 2 characters. Is you have to hit Sai quick now. Quick. Yeah. So I hope they do the same thing when they finally. Hopefully they buff Shiki and they do something of the similar.
Yeah.
Let's go, Shiki.
That would be awesome.
Facts.
Who?
Huh?
The goat?
The goat?
The TM god.
The only real issue with Kuzan in Rumble is his CT is still very high.
Yeah, 34 is a lot. For what he
does, it does go down to 33, but yeah,
34 is a lot for what he does, though. I feel like it doesn't need to be 34. If it was like 29,
I think it might be the highest fixed damage that targets all.
I believe so, because it's 3,500 for all enemies as well, which is ridiculous when you really think about it. Like that's a lot. He's very good if he pops his special and then he dies. Like you've done a nice chunk of fixed damage. And you've debuffed, and then he dies, and he like gets swapped in for like a big AOE like attack damage unit. So like, there's a lot of strategy you can probably pull off with Kuzan for sure. I mean, I think it's a good, probably one of the. I mean, him and Odin have probably been the 2 standout 6+s this year, for sure.
Yeah.
So
100%.
I mean, again, like we made fun of the putting like 2 turns of Bind Despair, but IMO like. I've actually used that 2 turns of Bind Despair that Pudding has a lot. I mean, I'm using it in the current Katakuri farming content as well.
Yeah.
Because it's super convenient, right? So, like, him removing Rainbow Shield and Threshold by 2 turns is actually just really good in itself. So, like, I mean, don't get it twisted. Like, it actually is a really good little addition.
Is like, with the version 12.0 update, any character can just become a god if they decide to just give them a level limit break.
Exactly.
So
this, exactly. Exactly right.
No, I think for Kuzan, it's kind of a little different because with like DR and like threshold damage, you can always like fit like a character like your standard Bobbin who does like 5 turns, but if the boss has like 7 or 8 turns, you just bring Kuzan and it's you get the boost. So you don't have to bring like extra threshold characters or like a support, which is kind of cancer. But
No,
That's why I think it's a lot better
100%.
Especially if you're
than
able to
put
get
in.
the double special to launch too. That's
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
And they have 4 turns of coverage plus a special. You can do like 9-10 turns with 2 units, which is like not that common, but like I mean with Grand Voyage, anything's possible at this point, right? So like
Mhm.
you
Yep,
never
right.
know. All right, what do you think? What do you think of 6 plus out of 10?
8.8.
All right, I'll go 8.2. Round us out. What
I
the
think
lads?
without key, 7.
Yeah.
With key, like a high 8.
Yep. I would agree. Flem?
For me, I would probably say closer to a 9 because what I would always say about 6 pluses is did they improve the problems with the character, which no, they normally don't.
Yep.
But in this case, they did. They made the character a lot better. And kind of to go on what Todd was saying earlier, how people are like, yeah, but you're probably not going to use them. Well, obviously, if you have all the new characters, nobody's going to use the old 6 plus
Correct.
characters other than for the content they're specifically made for.
Yeah.
But what they did with this character is they made him still usable on newer pieces of content, which
Mhm.
could be appreciated. So I would give him an extra point just for that.
There you go. Perfect.
I can't wait to talk about his level limit break because he's so godly. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
that's gonna be a very interesting conversation because there's a lot of god tier characters in Level Limit Break. But before we get into them, a couple of new legends have popped up on the block. Hey, I wonder, why like this podcast should just be called the GGP fucking Legend podcast because that's what we goddamn talk about, right? But we have 2 new V3s on the market: V3 Marco and V3 Big Mom.
Must pulls. Let's go.
No, shut up. Don't say must pulls, man. Don't tell people that, man. This guy is toxic. So, interesting choices. No, not really interesting choices, but also kind of interesting choices because these could have easily been anniversary legends in themselves, but they were technically, they're technically pre-Anni legends. So, yeah. We have Marco, who is a fighter powerhouse side character, who is a super class character, I believe. Yes. Super class for fighting.
Yeah.
He has a captain ability of, aka fuck Jack. All my homies hate Jack. We team Marco now. But boost the attack of Psi fighter and powerhouse characters by 4.75 by 5x instead if they have a beneficial orb. Boosts the HP of Psi Fighter and Powerhouse characters by 1.4, makes Int orbs beneficial for all characters, and boosts the experience gained by 2.25x 1 time per an adventure. If a crew member uses an ability with end of turn healing, activates Marco's special in the following turn. His special is reduces special cooldown of all characters by 1 turn, deals 8x character's attack and type damage to all enemies, recovers 10k HP, and boosts the attack of fighter and powerhouse characters by 2.5x for 2 turns. After 1 turn, he adds a 1.4x chain multiplier for 1 turn. His super criteria is you have to have at least 5 fighter characters, and his super special is he does 80x characters attack and type damage to all enemies, reduces fighter characters cooldown by 1 turn. He recovers 8,000 HP at the end of the turn for 2 turns, and he transforms obviously all fighters to super fighters. So, all right. So,
You know what's kind of funny?
What's up?
So last year, if I remember correctly, the pre-Anni characters were Bonnie and Capone crew, and they were Cyanide.
Fuck, you're right. You're actually right. Hold on.
So next year, Cyan again.
Let's go. Strength X quick. Strength X quick for the Anni. Strength X quick for the Anni.
Oh boy.
This is a really. I'm just gonna kick it to you. It's a really solid legend. It's a very solid legend. Like for an EXP captain, he's actually amazing. So much wave clear, so much cooldown. His captain ability is actually really good. Like, it's insane.
My issue at the moment with him is that his super type criteria.
Yeah, it's a little cringe.
Why the hell is he a Psi fighter powerhouse captain, but you only have to have 5 fighters? Like,
Yeah.
that's annoying for team building,
Yeah.
I think. But at least you have one free spot to put whatever you want.
Yeah.
Because like getting that super type special is pretty important, or the super class special is
Because
important.
it does that whole chain reaction of like super type.
Yeah.
You clear wave 1, and then it pops his special, so you clear wave 2, and like you get like
Yeah.
2 turns of cooldown from that, and like so it really does get the ball rolling there. So it is kind of tough that you have to make a team that has 5 fighters in itself.
Exactly.
The only thing I don't like outright is the fact that the chain boost is on the second turn.
Second,
I feel like
yeah.
that's kind of annoying, but if you get the like in the turn healing, then
Yep.
you can kind of negate that and then pop a special
Yep.
on that turn, but still that's still pretty annoying.
It is. I would agree. I like the fact that it's just make in orbs beneficial for all characters, or just an outright like, because that's super convenient. I mean, I guess like it's not really like the greatest thing in the world, but like it is making one more orb beneficial, which is obviously super liked overall. A 4.75x captain flat to a color and 2 classes, so Bandai is capable of doing it. They just chose not to do it with X Drake, unfortunately.
Right.
And then 5x with a beneficial orb. Has there? Correct me if I'm wrong, but is it like a thing where it's like if it has to be a matching orb, a beneficial orb doesn't count, or is it like is a beneficial orb still like because it technically is considered a matching orb? So you know how there are some captain abilities where it's like, oh, if they have a matching orb, then 5x. Does a beneficial orb not count for those captain abilities?
No, it does.
Okay,
It
so
does.
like it's very weird that they've chosen that wording then, I suppose, to say buy 5x instead if they have a beneficial orb. So like I don't know, it's a bit of a nitpick, I suppose.
I was gonna say I think because from what I've heard, Knight, I think the reason that they designed that Marco special that way is specifically for Grand Voyage because I heard that you want to utilize a lot of like multi-turn specials.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's true.
100%. Is it going to be good in Grand Voyage? Fuck no. You better be bringing your level limit break characters for Grand Voyage, or else you're fucked. I mean, there's like not a lot to him overall. Like it's pretty like stock standard captain special kind of stuff. But I mean, a new EXP captain, that's always a positive, and conveniently released before
I was about to say that.
before the pirate level ticket. So make sure you guys are farming your EXP right now if you can.
They knew exactly what they were doing releasing
yeah,
this guy
100%.
now.
What is the new EXP grind?
So there's like
you have to reach level 1000.
Yeah.
Alright, so basically every 100 pirate levels you get 10 free legends, and they are grabbed from a pool of characters. So you get a certain amount of there's like 4 different pools of characters, and they go by the age of the unit. So basically, the more pirate levels you achieve, the more legend tickets you receive at May 10th, I believe, is the release date. And it's basically just a feature for you to get your character's level limit broken. So the max cap is 1000. If you get to 1000 pirate level, you'll get 100 characters for free, 100 legends for free. So that's the goal right now. And they conveniently place this EXP captain right before May 10th, which is when the cutoff date is.
Mm-hmm. I think the cutoff date itself is May 8th, which is super annoying.
May 8th,
Then the rewards are released the May 10th. It's a little frustrating because you lose out on like another day, but I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Right. No, it's pretty sick, but I actually meant like what's like the new farming method.
Oh, fuck, there isn't. They're really...
because I know they took out the turtles, so I'm just like, what do you farm?
So basically, if you want to farm and have a positive EXP to like stam ratio, so you're getting more EXP, so you're like leveling as a benefit instead of spending like stam meats like excessively, it would just be to farm the Usopp, like the GPU island, because that's always gonna be a positive. And now with the new the 2.25x, it's a little bit more EXP now. Otherwise, if you want to go like bonkers and spend a lot of gemmies, then you farm the Doflamingo raid, which was with Legend Jack.
Oh man!
But now, because I think Yeah, you can clear that island very fast. But right now the Katakuri Island is out, which is like the point farming event, and like I'm running a Jack and Marco team with the EXP ship. Like there's an Annie ship that's out right now. I'm getting like 180,000 EXP for 30 stam, which is ridiculous because like that's a massive positive. That's like 15 runs per level, and those 15 runs is only 450 stam, and I have like a 550, 560 stam bar. So it's like, you know, that's massive gains if you really wanted to sweat. But like, I mean, you know, there's nothing that you can that requires you to actually actively like focusly play. But if you want to do like just hitting auto, double Marco on GPU, you want to be, that's EXP, that's free EXP. That's like 90k, probably 90, 100k EXP for like 5 stamina. So like, you know, it's like there's a lot of positives that come out of that for sure. Because like right now they have a lot of like, they're trying to really push the pirate level thing, but yeah, for that whole pirate level EXP campaign.
Gotcha. Thanks.
Yeah. Annoyingly, his potential abilities are trash. He has hunger, pinch healing, and sailor to spare. So like, it's very hard. Yeah, very very tough things to max out. Like, you know what I mean? Like very tough things to max out, which is kind of crazy.
You think they're gonna bring hunger back in the next TM?
Oh no,
you can No,
you can just buy them from the Gem Ray shop, which we'll talk about a little later, right?
Let's go.
Yeah, of course.
His Pirate Rumble kit is he has 2000 he heals 2000 HP every 5 seconds. He's 30% reduction to int damage. His ability is level 5 defense up to powerhouse characters, level 5 HP up to side characters. And then his Rumble kit is on a 35-second CT. He deals 3.5k fixed damage to 3 enemies, and he recovers 3.5x recovery of HP to Psy. So he's shitting people. He's so bad.
Yeah,
he's fucking
terrible.
That Kuzan literally was 3.5k fixed damage to all enemies, and they made this guy to 3 enemies. Why? For what benefit?
Like, not only is he passive, it's also terrible.
Trash.
What are they doing?
Why do they do
Why
this
would they
shit?
give one buff?
Why?
It's one buff to a color. It's dog shit.
They always
want
do
us to build
this
a
shit.
side powerhouse Rumble team. Come on,
yeah,
man.
let me just do that real quick with all my side powerhouse units that I can use in Rumble.
So frustrating.
Well, thankfully enough, he's
not play the game.
No, Yoshi. No, the what is it? The other producer's like level 170. He just got enough levels to play fucking Grand Voyage. Like, you know what I mean?
I want to see him play Grand Voyage.
Bro, no shot. I can't even play Grand Voyage, let alone him.
My man just unlocks support levels.
Thankfully, he's not a Pirate Rumble character. He's an EXP captain, and for an EXP captain, he's very good. But as a legend overall, what do you guys think?
He's fine.
He's solid. He's like a solid 7.5, 8 kind of level, I reckon.
Yeah, when I say, I'm gonna say niche, but I don't mean like as in like a niche character. But I think he's like one of those niche characters you definitely want to pick up at some point.
Yeah,
but
totally.
probably not worth getting this second.
Yeah,
remember he's a regular legend. You can pull him on like any ticket moving forward. Pretty much.
That's great.
The odds of him being on the Annie banner as well, probably slim, but I reckon there's still a big chance that they'll appear with like an all legend, whatever it is. So like, I mean, he's just better Jack.
Worse.
Yeah, they are. He's just a better Jack. If you have Legend Jack for EXP, you're still fine. But this guy is like Legend Jack on crack. Like, he just has a lot more to him as a unit, and like he actually has an active, like, usable special in comparison to Legend Jax, who just doesn't really do much with his special, unfortunately. So, I mean,
and
hey,
he's like,
go for it.
I was just gonna say, and he's like actual like pretty good captain overall.
Yeah, he has a solid, like a very strong captain.
You can pull on hard shit with him.
You can probably clear all content with this guy pretty comfortably as well, I would say. And as an ESP legend as well, that's pretty good.
I mean, with that kind of multiplier, yeah.
Exactly.
Quite possible.
So, there we go. All right. Lin. Another legend, Big Mom. Powerhouse
Yeah.
Striker.
Let's fucking go.
Powerhouse Striker Int character, and she is a super type to Int. Her captain ability is boost the attack of Psi and Int characters by 4.75, by 5.25 instead if they have a Assembler Orb. Boost the HP of Psi and Int by 1.5, changes Recovery and Dex Orbs into Assembler Orbs, makes Assembler Orbs beneficial for all characters, and makes Perfect consume Assembler Orbs. At the start of the fight, this character activates their own special. Her special deals 20% of enemies' current HP in damage to all enemies. So 20% HP cut to all enemies. Changes all orbs, including block into Assembler Orbs. And boosts orb effects of Psi and Int characters by 2.5x for one turn. Applies a continuous effect that deals 20% of the current HP to all enemies at the start of every stage, and deals 500x character's attack in Int damage to all enemies at the end of a turn. She paralyzes, which is 30%, all enemies for one turn at the end of each turn for 99 turns, and reduces enemies' percent damage reduction and threshold damage reduction by one turn at the end of each turn for 99 turns. Her super special will be, she needs any of the Big Mom pirates. I believe it's just all Charlotte characters. Yep. And then her super special deals 75x character attack and target's damage to all enemies, and she boosts the attack of Psi and Int characters by 2.5 for one turn, and makes all Int super Int. Wow. I don't know. New Kaido, question mark? New V1 Kaido, question mark?
Yeah,
sounds good to me.
She trying to be Kaido so bad.
Damn, I'm just trying to be Kaido, man.
Have you guys seen the fucking animation for her? Her shit is insane.
Oh no, they went
Honestly,
off with this animation. They went off
with the lightning and the stages, and it gets super dark.
It gets dark,
it's
bro.
Shit.
I hate that part though, because I can't see shit.
I haven't seen one person yet that actually likes the darkness mechanic.
It looks cool.
I like it.
It looks cool, but I just hate it because when you're playing, it's like, bro, I can't see what color this is, man. I can't see what's going on, man. Like, I'm pretty blind enough as it is, bro. Like, I need my glasses on when I'm playing Treasure Cruise. I can't see shit otherwise.
They actually make like the stage like
the stage is dark. Like, it gets dark. Go look at
when you pop her special.
Yeah, so basically the very start of this, like the quest. Go probably it's probably in the worst generation video would be my assumption.
Todd posted it.
Oh, Todd also, I think. I mean, if you just if you look at go look at Todd's like the animation that Todd posted on his channel, and like watch it, because like it does make the stages just like it adds like 80% dim to the stage, which is so funny. I don't know, like it's such a weird design choice. I don't understand why like they did that, but I mean like, hey, all right, cool, all right. 4.75 captain, 5.25 with Assembler Orb, 1.5 HP, recovery and Dex into Assembler. It's pretty interesting. Dex question mark. That. Maybe Kaido's a Dex. Another Kaido anniversary. Kaido might be Dex. I don't know, man.
2 slots into Assembler is incredible. Because remember, Assembler can't be changed by the enemy.
Exactly. It's a rainbow slot with healing, which is insane.
Yeah.
Plus, with Assembler, it's to 5.25x captain, which is our second 5.25x captain, right? Third.
If you don't include level limit break.
Yeah, I forgot level limit break exists. I need to get ahead of this stuff, right? But it's pretty like she's a pretty strong fucking legend, like very strong.
Oh yeah, she's incredibly strong.
All the end of turn stuff is super interesting. So what does she do? So when you pop her special, you get a 20% HP cut. You convert all orbs to Assembler, including block. You get a 2.5x orb boost, and then you apply a continuous effect that goes for 99 turns that does a 20% HP cut at the start of the turn, 500x character attack in Int damage to all enemies at the end of the turn. When you pop the special, it's a 30% chance to paralyze all enemies for one turn at the end of each turn for 99 turns. And she reduces one turn of Rainbow Shield and Threshold by one turn at the end of each turn for 99 turns.
Man.
So like,
I actually don't like the end of turn damage stuff,
okay,
and the reason for it is because she doesn't do it in her captain either, and she doesn't give any cooldown in her captain. So it's like imagine playing with V1 Kaido, but you don't have cooldown reduction. That shit
Ooh.
sucks.
Fair.
It's
a good
really not ideal. For easy
'Cause-
content, yeah, she's gonna be great.
She's gonna be fucking amazing for easy content.
But
it's just like
that's gonna be super annoying.
The whole idea of like reducing one turn of Rainbow Shield and Threshold at the end of each turn, I don't know how that's gonna play out, where it's gonna be beneficial.
Kind of weird. I wish that it did it like at the start of the turn.
If it
Would've
did
been
at
a
the
lot
start of the turn, this character would like that would be game changing completely. Because like I get like I you can see it in the Brûlée fight, like sorry not the Brûlée fight, but like the Brûlée stage of the Katakuri fight. Like if you don't kill
Yeah.
Brûlée in one turn, she pops 2 turns of threshold and percent damage. So I guess the whole point is like you break both, like at the end of the turn you pop those, but it's like you're not going to go into
anyway.
exactly, but you're not going to go into a stage 5 for a boss stage, stall a turn with double Big Mom to get rid of 2 like I just don't see that being the case. But I do agree with you, like easy content this unit's going to sweep up like free. Absolutely free content. But aside from that, it's really weird. It's just a lot of weird stuff.
Her super type special is incredible.
It's god tier.
Mm-hmm.
It's on that
incredible.
V3 boa ting. Like,
Boa,
you know,
yeah.
Right?
V3
So
boa still
good.
has arguably one of the best super types as well. To be
Yeah,
honest,
to this day.
to this day, like you know what I mean. She came out a while ago too. Oh,
And I like that her special does provide a full board of block slot manipulation into similar. That's
Which is really
wicked.
good.
Or just all slots including block, and then you could have like trusted support to lock it for your
Yep.
characters.
that's a very
Or
smart.
just
That's a really good
Megalo
option.
ship, for example.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
it's
also
pretty
very good
good.
options too. Plus, like when you get the Semler orbs, now you're binking a 5.25x captain, which is incredible.
Mm.
So, like you know, in itself, that's amazing. It's so correct me. Paralysis on the enemy, 30% chance means like there's a 30% chance that when it's their turn to attack, they just might get paralyzed and not attack. Is that how it works?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's weird. I don't know. That's still kind of weird.
It doesn't go through immunity either. So if they've got full immunity, they don't get hit by it.
Right. Okay.
I get why it's there, but it's kind of like weird.
If everything was at the start of the turn, this unit's god tier.
Yeah.
If
I
it was
agree.
if it was paralysis at the start of the turn and then reduces percent damage reduction threshold at the start of the turn, this unit's insane. Like is literally like this is like one of the best legends of the game, arguably.
This unit's not bad at all. It's just I think she's gonna be difficult to use.
You can't stall.
Effectively.
You just literally
Yeah.
you cannot
That's the
stall with this
problem.
legend at all.
I mean, unless if you get given normal attacks only, then it's fine.
But then you're stalling on the same stage, and then it gets tedious and like
And then
the
it takes
bosses get
longer
more
because you gotta
annoying.
wait every turn. Animations will play and
Animations are
It's
playing.
just
So
so pesky.
is it really faster? Like you know what I mean? Like then it gets questionable, I suppose. But
and she
what do you
only
guys-
does boost sign in. She doesn't boost class. Just sign in.
yeah, that's also a weird design choice. Because then like hypothetically, if the Anni legends aren't signed in, well then you lose a lot of compatibility with those legends now. So
True.
like in
Yeah.
itself, now you've lost it's now become kind of odd. Or not odd, but like it's just a little weird, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a like I still think the legend's great in my opinion, but like
Yeah.
obviously like it's a different kind of ball game a lot of the time too. So like you don't know what's gonna like especially because we don't know what kind of content's gonna like exist and release and stuff like that as well. So like you never really know. All right, her support attaches to all the Charlotte members, and then once per adventure, when you reach the final stage, changes supported characters' orb, including block and assembler, and makes recovery in assembler orb beneficial for all characters for one turn. It's not bad. Like, I guess making recovery beneficial for everyone is pretty good, but
Oh yeah.
I mean, it would have been cooler if it was like makes adjacent orbs, including own orb in assembler. So you'd have like 4 assembler orbs or something like that for the support. But I mean, now we're getting
only
a little
changing
granular.
that 1 unit slot is kind of average. And plus, the fact that it does provide a beneficial orb buff is good and bad, because if you wanted to use another type of beneficial slot effect, then you can't overlap it. And yeah, I don't know. It's just an odd support, one that you're probably not going to use too much.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think it depends, like, if there's like one of those Charlotte characters who do like
a
the
full board of like
Kaku.
Gives a full board of like recovery or
orbs.
Oh yeah,
Or
I
like
guess.
they like change their orb to like the orb that they have if they do some shit like that.
Like the Dex Kinyamon that like you can put you can put Odin support on him or something like that, and then pop the Dex Kinyamon, and they have a full board of Wana slots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, that's a good.
If
That's
they
a
make
good
something
shout.
like that, I feel like that'd be really good.
Shout.
But besides that, wouldn't be that good. Oh, actually, Daifuku, he gives. Doesn't he give? No, he gives himself a recovery orb. Never mind.
Yeah, himself.
Yeah, never mind.
If that was a full board of recovery, like then maybe we're talking a different game. But Pyro Rumble kit, 100% resistance to silence, 30% reduction to side damage. Her Pyro Rumble ability is. Oh, I just read it. Fuck me. Why do I do this shit, man? Inflicts level 2 CT down debuff to side characters. Level 5 HP up buff to powerhouse characters. Level 5 attack up buff to int characters. Why? And then level 10, and then special on a 32 CT. 100% chance to inflict half stats to 2 side characters for 10 seconds. When HP is above 50%, 100% chance to inflict silence to 3 enemies for 10 seconds. When HP is below 50%, deals 3x attack in damage to all enemies in a large radial range.
32
for that?
Damn.
Too much.
It's gonna be a very annoying character to face. That's for sure.
100%.
Like that's the thing. Who realistically is gonna be using this unit in Rumble?
Only for defense teams, I guess, because like all the debuffing, super annoying, and because like inherently you're generally going to be using a side team to verse an int team, so like there's benefit to that as well. But then again, just hello, one law says hello again. Like
it's gonna be so annoying. You know what I mean? It's like now int have this big mom. They've got Moria, Int Yamato, PvP rare recruit Ohm. All of them half stats with their special. Mm-hmm. Oh my god, what a frustrating set of characters.
So just avoid int. Easy money.
And then, like, even if you're below 50% with Big Mom, like 3 times her attack to all enemies in a large range, that's a lot. That's big damage. Yeah, she'll hit hard.
She's a very good.
That's the thing. Is int don't have a lot of like good attack boosting passive, so
no,
I don't know how that's gonna go.
Fuck this. I'm so pissed. Every goddamn legend that comes out now, they think that they're being tricky by being like, "Ooh, we're gonna split it for diversity's sake." No, you're just making the fucking character worse.
I know, the character is actually worse because of.
Just make it level 5 HP and attack up buffs to powerhouse and int, so you can still have the diversity factor of using her on a powerhouse team or an int team. But either way, you get both buffs. It's literally like nonsensical why they continue to do this. I don't understand. But I don't think she's that good in PvP. Like again, like
no.
I think the whole point of like this like quote unquote batch is that you have now a new XP captain and quote unquote you have a new wave clear like speed farming captain.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole point, was like to update those kind of mechanics. Because obviously we had Jack and V1 Kaido. I guess now the whole point is to have V3 Marco, V3 Big Mom. Is V3 Big Mom a replacement for V1 Kaido? Probably not. Like,
probably not.
Especially because V1 Kaido is more likely to get a level limit break expansion before V3 Big Mom does. So like,
man.
when that level limit break expansion comes to pass, it's gonna fucking go crazy. So
I mean, that's the thing, is like I have my Kaido I think at level limit break 4, and he's at like level 130 or something like that.
Yeah,
and he has like 2700 attack, and mine isn't even limit break expanded yet.
Exactly.
So like Just
limit
with
break
that
can span
attack boost
over
alone,
3K.
it makes him so much better.
Yeah. So
Holy.
like, it's kind of crazy in itself there.
Oh yeah.
All
Big
right,
Mom's
what do we
fine.
think? What do we think about Orin?
I'd probably go flat 8.
Yeah, I'd agree. Flat 8 for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Before I was really hyped for her, but then like after rereading and seeing that she doesn't like reduce cooldowns, it's kind of a
Yeah, that's
letdown. And then
like,
also, yeah.
I was in the same boat as you because I remember when we were on Todd's stream the night that V12 version 12 dropped, I was gassing Big Mom, I think it was. And then somebody said, I think Todd, you mentioned you were like, it doesn't have cooldown. And I was like, what? No shot. And then like I remember looking at it didn't have cooldown. And I was like, oh, okay, it's a lot worse of a character. Imagine if her special had like her captain ability had like -2 turns of cooldown at the start of the quest or something like that.
Another thing
Yeah.
that kind of makes her a little bit less of a comparison to Kaido is that she doesn't do damage with her captain ability either at the end of the turn, like what Kaido does. So Kaido does like 3 hits of damage with double Kaido. With double Big Mom, you're only hitting once.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fair.
So because like the running double Big Mom is actually not optimal then. Like
No,
it's
not
it's
really.
not optimal at all because you only
Unless if you want
only one
2
Big
super
Mom
tight
pops.
specials.
I guess, but like most super tight specials these days will just do wave clear damage anyway. And I guess the other reasons obviously the attack boost, but like, I mean, just I don't know, bring fucking Roger White.
The
thing is though, is that Big Mom's so when you start the quest and she activates her special, the buff that you get is different to what Kaido's buff is. So you can actually stack them, I believe. I haven't tested it, but I believe you can stack them. So you can have a Kaido captain with a Big Mom.
Oh, yeah, it is. You're right. You're right.
Big Mom doesn't boost Kaido because she doesn't boost Dex, but it would still be pretty decent.
I mean, if you're gonna do for like if for some reason you have Big Mom but you don't have Kaido, you could run Kaido Big Mom and like wave clear content very fast, like easily, very quickly.
What's an int speed run? I mean, yeah, speed run captain. You can probably pair them with this Big Mom.
Bring Hody.
Oh, let's fucking go.
The goat is back.
My boy is back.
And with the Semla orbs, you can just keep recovering after hitting perfect.
Oh,
it's time.
God.
And when he gets his level, bro, when Hody gets his level limit break expansion, oh my days, he might actually go crazy. Knight's coming back. Hody versus the world. See you soon. All right, Flame. What do you think?
Fucking boy.
I like her. Kind of similar to what you guys said. She does have her, apparent flaws. But one thing I do like about her though is opposed to like other big moms where it was just like RCV. I think TND sometimes. I like how she also does make the Dex orbs convert to Semla. So like you have more opportunities to get to that 5.25, which is really nice.
Yep.
And I do one thing I do like about her other than compared to V1 Kaido is, she's actually like, a crazy character outside of, just the end of turn damage. With V2 with V1 Kaido, you just mostly relied on him just blasting everything. If you got into that turn where you're like, oh shit, I actually have to play this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, oh god.
That's actually a good point though. Like I didn't necessarily like consider it like that, but you're right. Like in the stage where like NAO pops up, like Kaido is like kind of binked out, but Big Mom at least like has some sort of capability to like get through stuff. So like that makes a lot of sense actually. Plus like again that super type, I think like Todd was mentioning, it's actually fucking crazy. Like 2.5x attack boost that doesn't get interrupted is just nutty in itself. So I mean, yeah, that's a really good point in all honesty.
And Big Mom's got good supports.
Yeah, totally.
Yep. Yeah,
totally has some good supports there. So I mean, we're there for
and she's
sure.
a damage dealing special too, so that always helps.
Again, super positive there, without a doubt.
Yep.
All right, is that enough characters? Are we finally done? Have we trudged through? No. Oh no, please no. No, we're done. We're done for now. Level limit break at the very end of the podcast. We'll get back into it again, but let's take a little bit of a hiatus and have a little on a lighter note. The 8th anniversary countdown Sugofest is out and about, and it's actually a pretty decent banner. Like it's not that bad.
Yeah, it is.
And it's frustrating because the steps on the banner are actually really good. So it's an 8% legend rate. There's 3 discount multis, which is like, whoa, when was the last time you heard of more than 1 discount multi? I know, right?
Yeah, that's unexpected.
There's no rate boosted step. What a time to be alive, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we've made progress. We've made progress in society. If Yoshi didn't introduce rate boosted steps, you know, it's that image of like living in like the future, you know. That's what it would have been. But like, go for it.
I was gonna say I don't think it was last year. I think it was the year before that. But I was gonna say I wonder if the pre Annie banner is gonna have better steps than the Annie banner again.
Stressed because this banner leaves before the Annie banner, so like there's not a lot of leeway time for you to like make a decision to pull on it, and like plus it's 2 parts. Both parts came out at the same time. Whoa, I know. Fucking ridiculous, right? Like it's crazy when you think about it. And the legend pulls aren't bad. Like part 1 is Odin, V2 Neko, Robin Jinbei, V3 Doflamingo, Halloween Boa, Lucci, Vivi, King, Marco, and then a bunch of the characters that got level limit break expansions. And then part 2, you have Kinemon Dendro, the new Inu, Nami Usopp, the new Katakuri, Halloween Perona, Page on Ulti, Reiju Queen, verse Wiping Shanks, and then a bunch of the characters got limit break expansion as well. Plus, they have every rare crew that pretty much released from the Onigashima Trio batch to like the most recent. I don't even remember what was the most recent legend that came out that had Robin and Usopp as the rare recruits. I can't even remember. Who is it?
Wait, what? Wait, the Sanji and the Robin?
Frankie. Oh, that's so forgetting. Yeah. The new Frankie and Brooke characters. So it's all the way to there, which is like pretty good. The limited steps are kind of cringe because it's like 5 good legends, but 5 bad legends. But they're only bad legends because we haven't read their level limit break expansions. So like, take that with a grain of salt as well. But it's a pretty good banner. Should you pull on it? Probably not. Still, like, it's probably best to not pull on it. But, like, again, it's still a very good banner nonetheless.
Yeah. I mean, it just shows that when they want to do things right, they can. Just that they don't do it often. And
they don't do it often enough.
The steps being good, the release of both banners at the same time. Like, they can do it. They just choose not to a lot of the time.
Correct. It's a little frustrating because like this banner has like actually some really good stuff on it too. Like the units themselves are great. Plus like you have guaranteed legend steps like pretty much consistently. You have recommended characters on 5, 10, 15, which means like there's a high chance for you to actually pull. Like the recommended characters on part 1 are literally 5 legends. So like Doflamingo, Odin, New Neko, Robin Jinbei, and Boa, which is great. And then the recommended characters on part 2 are Kinemon Dendro, the new Inu, Nami Usopp, Perona, and Katakuri. Like 5 great legends on either side of that. So like even to multi 5, it's really good. And then the 8th multi is actually a free multi, which is pretty interesting. I don't remember the last time that's happened at all, to be honest with you.
No, been a hot minute.
So that was it's such an interesting decision. I don't know. Like it's a very interesting decision to make this banner so good because the concern is that like the kickback is so like the kickback potential is so high if the anniversary banner is stooky. Like
right.
And it probably will be, which is the saddest part about all of it.
Oh no.
So like, cause I as I was doing the infographic for the Olin and Marco banner, the step structure is actually the exact same as every end of month batch release. So like, it was the exact same as the Frankie and Brooke Sugo, like the exact same step structure. So like, fingers crossed they actually make the anniversary banner like a really good banner. But I mean, again, now we're just, we're grasping at straws and just praying to the gods, I suppose. So like,
I'm so excited to see what this Annie's gonna be, though. I have
Me
no
too.
idea.
Me too. I have a couple of
Yeah,
ideas on what I think the unit structure, the layout's gonna be, but I mean, we'll wait and see, I suppose. All right.
But just don't pull on it. Wait till Annie.
Just don't pull an Annie. Wait till the Kizuna banner afterwards, because probably the Legends are going to be absolutely fucking broken. All right.
Rude.
Version 12.0. It released. Hello.
Yes.
That's it.
It
That's it. All right. See you guys later. That's the end of the episode, guys.
Thanks for listening to my TED talk.
There's a lot of. I'm just gonna go through the list of stuff because obviously we're gonna talk about Level Limit Break and Grand Voyage in detail later. But obviously they were announced in version 12.0 as well. The other things included Super Tandem. So the tandem mechanic is back in full force, which they actually removed from the image, which is
furious.
very interesting decision. Very interesting decision to do that.
And then they removed it. They acted like it never appeared. They never mentioned it at all in the producer video. And then in version 12, when we had the update, Super Tandem tablet
exists now. So it's just like,
so it's there, but they just haven't said anything.
Like, I don't understand why they did like this whole song and dance to like remove it.
It's like, bro,
why?
We see it. We know it's there.
I'm looking at the images. I'm looking at it right now. So, as far as I'm aware, the Super Tandem mechanic is essentially the exact same as the other tandem mechanic. However, it is like a potential ability. So only some characters will have the tandem mechanic. So from the image, it shows Sabo, Koala, and Morley are doing a tandem attack. I'm guessing most of the tandem attacks will just be like AoE or big damage or whatever. And it only requires... So after meeting certain conditions during a quest, you can launch Super Tandem when tandem slots appear on the required characters. So in this situation, you're going to need a tandem slot on like Sabo, Koala, and Morley to do the tandem attack.
It would only need to be one of the characters.
Oh, really? Okay, well, that's even better then.
That's how the old mechanic used to work. If one of them had the tandem slot, you could activate the whole effect.
Okay. Well, there you go. That's really good then.
Yep.
My question, though, is why is it legal now? Because wasn't it removed at first because it was illegal? So why is Super Tandem? No, because Super Tandem sounds super illegal because now it's like, oh, you have to pull this character. Wow, back in the day, those old ass characters, you could like get them for free. This time you have to like pull a fucking legend or some shit.
So I think the reason why it's not super illegal and not illegal and it's legal and it's probably not super legal, but like it probably is legal at the minimum, is that the previous tandem required you to have specific units.
Correct.
And our assumption is that this tandem will be like, if let's say this Sabo character, I don't know if you've seen the infographic, the graphic that they show, but it's a new, it's a new Sabo character.
Hey, Sabo.
So this new Sabo has Super Tandem, and my assumption would be that you can use any Koala and any Morley in the game and activate the Super Tandem ability. So it's not gated behind needing, because like in the image they show Kizuna Koala, the free-to-play unit, and Colosseum Morley. So like, that's two free-to-play units, which probably doesn't mean much in the grand scheme of things, but it's it probably just means any Koala or any Morley, but the only like requirement is that you have the specific unit itself.
Yep.
Okay.
And because if you ever look previously at the previous tandem mechanic, it said like you needed very specific units in order to activate the tandem ability. And obviously since the tandem mechanic has been in the game, they've introduced like ways to check for certain characters, where they're like for super type conditions, right? Where you need to have a certain character on your crew. It would just be using like the same kind of coding, I guess.
Yeah, 100%.
As long as you have this character on your crew.
Yeah, 100%.
So they can use any version of that unit, which is good. As long as there's a free-to-play version, it would be accessible via a tandem mechanic, I guess. So, yeah, it makes sense.
So it's not super. I don't think it's super. It's not super legal, but it's definitely legal. So when
Okay.
Bandai goes to court in 6 months after introducing Super Tandem, they're gonna pull up this episode as evidence. So just be prepared to go to jury for that one. But as we mentioned, so Super Tandem released. There's not really much more to it. It probably is going to be the same. I mean, as a gold tablet is in the game, it's probably going to be on the same rarity level as Last Tap. Will the unit have Last Tap and Super Tandem? I fucking hope not. But if that's the case, Jesus Christ. Like, oh no.
Here's my thinking about this tandem mechanic. So this is just like my tinfoil hat theory.
Okay.
I think the anniversary character or characters will have Final Tap, and I think the rare recruits will have the tandem effect.
Here's my tinfoil hat theory on anniversary in general. I reckon it'll be 3 legends on the Anni banner. One will be a Kaido that has super class and Last Tap. One will be the Red Rock Luffy that has the new tandem ability. And one will be a Law and Kid dual unit that has super swaps. So you've covered 3 of the typings of new units there. And then the Kazuna banner will have an Ace versus Yamato unit. So now you've covered the versus unit. And then this Sabo will be the Kazuna unit. So it'll be the free-to-play unit that has tandem. The same way that Kaido had the free-to-play Kaido unit had Last Tap. That's my grandiose structure.
I think the Sabo will be a free-to-play login character.
That too. So like either or, but that's kind of my idea.
Sabo.
It's very
Sabo
cringe.
really is an odd choice.
It's always Sabo. Sabo always ruins every anniversary. Sabo's always ruined it. Somehow. Sabo and Koala, he ruined everything. Ace and Sabo, well, he ruined everything. Like, Jesus Christ, this guy's insane. Exactly. Super type Sabo, he's actually really fucking good, surprisingly enough. Even though we shat on him so much, he's still pretty good. Alright. But yeah, Super Tandem, level limit break, we'll talk about it a little later. Grand Voyage, the same thing. There is the new bounty ranking. There's no rewards associated with this, I don't think. I think it's just a way to like compare rankings with bounty, but it doesn't actually work properly yet. So like,
I think we have to wait until the 1st of the month.
The 1st of May, it'll be updated.
Going on. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. I don't know why they would even bring that out if there's no reward for it.
Are you guys not excited for the Rainbow Gem Bazaar?
Oh yeah, baby. Let's talk about
this. Go.
So you can get 20 small ink bottles for 10 gems.
Let's go.
Oh, big deal.
Tell me about them. Tell me about them turtles, Poppy.
No, bro. Let me build up. You can get plus 100 of every candy. So plus 100 HP candy for 10 gems.
Yeah.
Whack, dude.
You can get one absolute almighty manual for 10 gems.
Let's go.
Yo.
You can get each of the guaranteed legend manuals for their colors for 10 gems. You can literally fucking farm those for free. Like, you just have to get lucky on the drop.
That's a waste of time, farming.
What are you, fucking stupid?
Yeah, imagine.
10 gems.
Oh, sorry, you get two of them. You get 2 of them. My bad. You get 2 of them for 10 gems.
Fuck yeah.
Are these purchases limited?
Yeah, it was limit of 1. It resets every month.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You can get 5 of every one of the guaranteed rare recruit books for 10 gems. All right, here we go. Now the fun stuff. You can get 2 ship bind tablets for 10 gems.
Yikes.
I was just looking at those tablets, dude, because then if you scroll down to the damage reduction...
You get 10 of them or some
price,
shit.
You get 8 damage reduction tablets for the same price as
getting 2 fear and ship bind tablets. Dumbly enough,
yes.
You can get 4 slot bind tablets, 10 gems.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
And then as Todd mentioned, as you go down, you get more and more of each tablet. So like any of like the non-damage reduction tablets are 4 tablets for 10 gems. All the newer ones, at least the only 2 that are out right now, which is the Fear and the Ship Bind, are 2 tablets for 10 gems. And then 5 large potions. 10 gems. Whoa.
Wow.
That's so garbage.
100 of each shard. And not in the same pack. 100 strength shards, 10 gems. 40 medium crystals for 10 gems. 3 red orbs. 3 strength orbs. You guessed it. For the low price of 10 gems. Oh my days. Oh,
What
and
a
then
scam.
the creme de la creme. 8 Hime rainbow turtles. How much XP you ask? 2 million per turtle. 16 million XP. 10 gems. Whoa.
Fuck yeah.
And that has a limit of 10. So you can spend 100 gems a month to get 80 turtles. You know how many 80 turtles is? 80 turtles. No, it's not even. Yeah, it's 80 turtles is 160 million XP. You know how much it costs you to max out one character level limit break? 150 million XP. You only do one fucking character for 10 gems. For 100 gems? Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Jesus Christ. Whoever designed this shop needs to get, like, eviscerated from this planet. Like, this is the most idiotic shop they could have
Is
ever
this how they
released.
value rainbow gems?
Probably. I'm surprised they didn't have 10 gems for 3 stam meats or something like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Actually, people would actually. Well, actually, no. That's garbage. What the
that's
fuck?
what I mean. I'm surprised they didn't do that. They could have baited people
Wait
so
a
hard. Like, this is the most, like... Go for it.
The shop itself, like, is
Great
kind
idea.
of ass. It's a great idea, but it's kind of ass what they offer. But man, the currency could have just been something else.
Look, I don't, like,
Right.
I if they did the gem Rayleigh shop, fine, right? But they shouldn't be charging 10 gems for 100 candy. I can literally go farm a candy island and use 10 gems worth of stamina and get like 1,000 candy out of it. You know what I mean?
That you could wait. Did they get rid of the race shop? Like
No, the Ray
MD
shop
one?
still exists too, so you can still spend
Yeah,
your Ray points
yeah.
and get candy.
Yeah, you can just get candy from there.
Like, it makes no sense. Like, it costs one legend. You know, okay, here's the conversion rate, right? You get a legend on a single pull. That's 5 gems. A legend is 5,000 Ray points. 5,000 Ray points buys you plus 100 HP candy. You do the math. It costs you 5 gems to get a legend instead of paying 10 gems for 100. Like, it... Where is he? Who fucking made this shop? I'm gonna beat him up. Because this is the most idiotic, like, moronic shop of all time. Because it could have been good if they were like... Imagine if they offered you 1 gem for plus 100, like, shards. That's a fucking banging deal. You pay 100 gems, get 100 shards. Sorry, 100 gems, Jesus Christ, no. You pay 1 gem and get 100 shards. Like, I'll do that every month. But I'm not paying 10 gems. I could just pay 10 gems in TM and get 100 shards. Like, the logic of... If they made everything worth 1 gem in this shop is, like, way better.
Oh yeah.
But the fact that they valued everything at 10 gems is the most moronic thing they could have possibly done. I don't understand. I just me no comprehend. I don't understand, man. Why would you do that? Why? It makes no sense.
How much is it all together to buy out the whole shop?
Yeah,
like,
the whole
three
shop.
multis?
That's a good point. That's a really good point. I don't know. I might do the math on that if you guys want to continue the show real quick, because that's hilarious. All right. Well, just before we finish off version 12, the final thing in version 12 is that there's a new thing with super evolutions now. So this is a pretty good update. Anytime a legend receives a 6+, there will be a reward in Pirate Rumble, the same way that Kuzan was a reward too. So you will never not have the legend that has the 6+ that month anymore. Really good. I think
That's nice.
That's a good update.
Yeah, I like that.
I wonder if that's gonna affect the value of like how they upgrade a legend. Maybe
Yeah, that's a
they'll
good
give them
point.
really bad updates. They'll give a unit a really average 6+, but then they'll give that unit a broken level limit break.
Yeah, well there you go. Exactly right. That's probably the
Maybe.
situation there.
Either way, if they do anything similar to what they did with Kuzan, I'll be happy with it.
Exactly. So.
Yep.
All right.
Good.
That's version 12. Obviously, we'll get into the more nitty gritty a little later. But from version 12, we have the Yoshi Producer video, which also came out towards the end of April. In this video, he introduced a lot of different things. Again, one of the first points that was brought up, I don't know if it was the first point, but like various BGMs in the game have actually been replaced with the anime music. So We Are actually plays at the opening screen of the game now, which is pretty neat. So
copyright claim.
Yeah, you're gonna get busted, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, I was already sent a message from what's his face, Coco Boy.
Yep.
He sent me a message saying, he's like, he got snapped. So he's like, just make sure to not put that music in. So thank you, Bandai, for that one.
Thanks,
for
Bandai.
ruining the content creators' lives. Yep.
Once again.
Lovely. It's good though. It's really hype.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're gonna have any special music for the Sugo.
That's a good point.
I hope they do.
Gotta mute the
That'd be
Sugo
cool.
videos.
pull up a Poppy stream, man. I got some randomized background music in
Well,
my
they just
video.
have like, imagine if they have like the recent opening as like the music for the Tandem.
Oh Jesus Christ! No shot.
that'd be badass.
Hold on, I'm stood in the math on these. I'm getting all the numbers real quick. Okay.
Oh, you're actually doing it?
Yeah, I'll add them up later. But from that, we also got more level limit break expansion information, which we'll get into later. Same thing with Grand Voyage. We got the pre-8th Anni login campaign, 25 gems total, plus a rare crew ticket at the end of it. We got a reminder for the pirate level ticket reminder. So as Todd mentioned, from levels 100 to levels 1000, for every 10 levels, for every 100 levels, you get 10 tickets according to different pools of legends. So make sure you get your pirate level going before May 8th, where it totals up. There will be a lottery in game, but also there is a giveaway campaign where you can earn a bunch of prizes. You can earn the little keychains that all the content creators earn. I think those 3 sample things will be sample art, would be my assumption for the new legends. That's why I think there's 3 Anni legends. And then what looks like to be a new login screen with big old Jimbo in the back. It hasn't been updated in game yet, but there's also that image too. So make sure you retweet those kinds of things. We did earn 30 gems at the end of the update, but more importantly, which I thought was the best part of the video, he did announce 2 future quality of life updates. The first
Which
being...
it's kind of interesting that he did that, considering
Correct.
version 12 really didn't have quality
Nothing.
of life updates. So I like that we are getting something in the future at some point.
Exactly right.
So
we got they are working on a receive all button for the mailbox.
Odds here. I'm coming back.
Huge.
And they are also working on improving the friend captain functionality.
Huge.
So two like fucking crazy updates that they should have worked on like years ago, right? So like,
yeah.
Question
People have been
though.
asking for these for a while.
Question.
go.
Are they going to make the guest captain usable?
That's what I hope.
Well, remember when they first introduced the Bandai?
It was
Friend Captain
great,
thing, and
wasn't it?
It was actually good. Yeah, there was like a problem initially, and then they changed it to be so it was worse. But when they first introduced that new system, it was actually incredible, and then it just got worse from there. So I do like the fact that they're upgrading it. I don't know how they're gonna do it. Whether a player is able to list 5 different captains, and then a person can use any one of the 5 from their friends or something like that. I really don't know how it's gonna work. But I'm excited for it. I think it's gonna be good because, especially with so many legends that come out, if you want to use a very specific captain, especially one that not a lot of people have pulled or one that not a lot of people are using that often, you have to go out and find the people that you're on with your friends list, and you have to say, "Oh, can you put up this captain?"
Yeah,
and it's just really frustrating. So if people can have an array of characters they can set, that would be cool. Or if you have the unit, you can set it up so that you can use your own unit as a friend captain or something like that.
Yep,
that would be cool. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
All right, I've done the math.
Get it.
How many gems do you think it costs to buy out the entire shop?
Oh boy. Probably at least 1,000.
You're almost bang on with that. It's 980 gems.
Oh wow.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, 1,000 gems a month just to do less farming. Now imagine.
1,000 gems. 1,000 gems a month to buy at the raid shop. 1,500 gems a month to get one guaranteed legend. Like, where the fuck are these gems coming from?
Hey.
So, like, Jesus Christ, man. All right, but that's about it for the producer video. Again, we're kind of rushing through this stuff because, like,
We have a lot.
the more juicy content comes a little later. I'm dying. Also, the 8th Anni campaign is in the game. I don't know if this is like the 8th, like this is the pre-8th Anni campaign, or if this is going to get updated with more Anni news going forward. I think they said something about that, but I'm not 100% sure. So we'll look forward to that a little later. But there will be 5 free multis starting May 6th until May 11th, so the day before the anniversary drops. The deadline for the Pirate Level Ticket campaign is May 8th. The login bonus, as previously mentioned, started after maintenance and goes to May 11th. There will be a daily lottery from the 11th of May to the 26th of May. And there is the anniversary ship, which is a really good ship as well. It reduces 1 turn of cooldown. It boosts the cruise attack by 1.55 and HP by 1.2. It makes Tandem's orbs beneficial. It makes easy to hit perfects, and it increases belly and pirate XP by 3x. And then after the event period, it'll actually be a 1.5x ship and makes Tandem orbs beneficial. It's pretty decent. It's our first new ship in over a year, which is crazy to think about, right? So,
It's actually like a pretty good shit. And even after the event period, it's still like 1.5 attack, tandem self matching.
Yep.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
Probably one of the most sus things I've ever heard. Welcome to the Schmeat Carnival. So there's going to be a...
Whoa.
Luffy's Meat Carnival.
Welcome to Luffy's Schmeat Carnival, where it's basically just like you can earn a bunch of small stamina meats from Top Man missions. There'll be 100% skill up, and there is also a comeback campaign, which is arguably better than the entire campaign itself. There's a bunch of good rewards you can earn from it. All right, fuck, we're done. Let's talk about big boy news. Level limit break.
Yes.
Or do you want to talk about Grand Voyage first?
I don't mind.
Level limit break. All right. Hold on to your fucking horses, honeys, because we have a lot to fucking talk about here. Level limit break. So, before we get into the units that receive level limit break, let's get into a bit of the granular information about it. So, from what we've been told, arenas and event quests will no longer drop specific limit break materials. They will also they will now be more rewarding in terms of dropping level limit break materials themselves, probably from Trouble Man missions. If you use a unit that is the exact same as the unit you're feeding, so if you're feeding an arena unit to itself, it is guaranteed skill up. So technically, you only need to like do 15 total clears to get like all the copies you need to max skill up an arena unit or a point farming unit. And so like that's a good benefit there. But level limit break itself, it requires 9 copies to max, and it goes to a max. It increases your character's level to a maximum of level 150, and this kind of corresponds to an increase in stats by about 1.5x. Things that can be upgraded will be captain abilities, specials, rumble abilities, crewmate abilities, and a bunch of new units receive major level limit break buffs. As you mentioned before, there are a new set of rainbow totals. So these totals will be positive effect on all units. And these are the small total, which is 100k XP, the elder total, which is 500k XP, and the Hime total, which is 2 million. And I believe it is that every unit has level limit breaks, so you can feed dupes into every unit, but not every unit has the major buffs.
Mm-hmm. So I believe you can get that covers everything on all units.
Yeah. I believe that covers everything in terms of level limit break wise. Keep in mind, it's a fuck ton of XP to max these units out. It's not easy.
What is
It's
it? 150 mil?
150 million, which is about 450 silver lobsters, which is Jesus Christ. Like that's a lot of
Ooh.
material for sure. So like just keep that in mind when leveling up stuff. Hopefully these supposedly the reason why I mentioned the arena and event quest no longer having specific limit break materials is because they're going to be more so used now to farm level limit break materials. So what we mean by materials is that there are 2 new items in the game. There is a gold poster, like level limit break material for each of the colors, and there is a red poster for each of the colors as well. And I believe that when you feed that to a unit, it's a guaranteed like +1 to like the 9 copies you require. So you'd need to feed 9 posters to get to max level limit break.
It's like feeding a dupe, basically.
Yeah, exactly right.
But it doesn't give you a skill up though.
No.
So it increases their level limit. But
Mhm.
I wonder how this is going to go with the new event structure. So currently in an arena, when you farm it, you get like the first 3 drops are like guaranteed to be the crystals or whatever, or the shards, fragments.
Yep.
And then there's like the crystal, and then or potentially an orb drop, and then there's the character. So if they're changing it, are they going back to the old way where you just get like cotton candy and tomes, and then maybe you'll get like a rare drop of level limit break material, or are you just going to get a crap load of gold level limit break materials? I don't know. And the same could go for treasure map, because a treasure map unit's still going to have their own limit break materials, or it's going to make it so you just get a bunch of level limit break materials now in the treasure map.
They said arena and monthly event quests specifically.
Well, treasure map's a monthly event quest.
I mean, technically it does fall under that category. So that would be super interesting if they did. If like I don't know, because obviously this is a wait and see, and like we'll come back to this at some point. But like I mean, if you look at the new Katakuri point farming event, you got 10 copies total of that unit. He came at max skill already. So you have 1 copy and you feed the other 9 copies to the unit. So you get max, so you rainbow him out, so all of his potential abilities, and you also get max level limit break on the unit as well.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, and then they also kind of gave you back all the limit break materials anyway. In terms of like feeding him, like because he used to use regular limit break materials to max out. So
exactly,
it's a very interesting choice. Like I really hope that like with this update, they also increase the amount of limit break materials that you get anyway.
Yeah, we need more.
And because now that you have level limit break and limit break expansion, that's a lot of materials. So like we'll have to wait and see there. But the whole point of level limit break is obviously every unit has level limit break. So like Todd said, you can get like increase every unit's stats, but not every unit has been buffed. We did get a list of buffed units. And it's a lot of the old legends. Do we want to go through all of this, or how do we feel about it? I'm happy to run through it all.
Take a while to get through all of it.
Basically, like Log Luffy, V1 Whitebeard 6+, V1 Ray 6+, 6+ Buggy, V1 Shank 6+, V1 Boa 6+, V1 Zoro 6+, V1 Ace 6+, Time Skip Luffy 6+, so Gear 4, and then 6-star Time Skip Luffy, Sengoku 6+, and Sengoku 6-star, 6+ V2 Kuzan, all got major buffs. And what we mean by major buffs is that they all got their captain abilities buffed, their specials buffed, and their Pirate Rumble kits buffed as well.
Correct.
And mind you, these buffs are very good.
They're substantial buffs. They make them like they're basically like modern units now. Now, the main thing about them is like, yeah, they don't have super type, super class, super swap, anything like that. But it makes their kit modernized, which is just what we were looking for. We just wanted to make sure that these characters were actually usable in content, and every single one of these units with their buffs is usable in modern day content.
Better than like some new legends as well, which is crazy to think about, right?
Correct.
So let's take our poster boy Log Luffy. Log Luffy's new kit is his captain ability after level limit break expansion, is Reduces cooldown of all characters by 2 at the start of the adventure. Boosts the attack of all characters by 4x. HP by 1.3. Makes strength recovery in tandem orbs beneficial. And if you hit a GGP, good, great, perfect, he boosts the attack of all characters by 5.25 instead. Which is fucking
I was gobsmacked when I read that.
bonkers. Like, that's a massive
so
buff.
That's incredible.
His special is cooldown by 1 turn, deals 200x in typeless damage to all enemies, changes all orbs including block into strength. This special cannot be used if you have 5 or more specials in this. If you've used 5 or more specials in the same turn, if you use this special, you can only use 5 specials in that turn, including this one. It's a bit of a weird mechanic, but I mean,
I don't know why they've got a
Yeah,
special.
that special is so weird.
it's a very weird option. But I mean, like, and even his like Pirate Rumble kit has been buffed, but like, I mean, like, all right, like Whitebeard's captain ability is now 20% damage reduction, HP by 1.3, makes badly matching orbs count as matching, which is really interesting.
That's dope.
He boosts the attack of all characters by 4x, and he boosts them by 5.25 if they're above 30% HP.
Below,
30% HP. So like, Jesus Christ. Special, 1 turn of cooldown, 30% HP cut, all orbs including block into matching. If there's NAO, he deals, I believe that's 1 million fixed damage to all enemies. And for 1 turn, he boosts the slots of all characters by 2x, and he adds plus 800 to their base attack.
That's
So it's a very usable. It's a very usable unit now. Like, it's a very viable unit to run. Plus, you have to
slots all boost. Oh.
full border slots.
Besides his CD, he still has a pretty long CD, right?
That's the unfortunate
Isn't
part.
it
No,
still
actually, I'm not
17?
sure. Let me see. 'Cause in game, you can actually look at their level 150. Like via the news, you can look at it. So look at the CD.
I assume it's still pretty high, but I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but
I think the key one was like 16 or 17 still.
yeah, something like that, right?
if it goes down to 15.
Let's see.
15 is still pretty high.
He is.
Yeah.
He's still 15 CD,
Mm-hmm.
which is.
I
But
mean,
still,
it makes up. Yeah.
I mean, like V1 Ray, boost attack of all characters by 1.75, chain by 4x, HP and recovery by 1.3, and then his special is for 1 turn. He gives a 2x orb boost, 7 turns of bind to spam paralysis, delays all enemies for 1 turn. For 1 turn makes perfects easy to hit, and if your crew already has an orb boost, he increases by 0.3. Not that bad.
Yeah, so his special's the same, except they're just like orb boost, but if you got an orb boost, you buff it. That's
Exactly.
basically what they did with his special, which is fantastic.
Buggy though, fuck me, Buggy's good now. Holy shit, Buggy's good. Buggy's captain ability is now 3x attack, 1.5 HP to characters with 40 or lower costs, half attack and HP to characters with 41 or above. Does 1 piece of treasure. At the start of the adventure for 20 turns, boost the orbs of characters for 40 cost or less by 2x. So he gives you a 20 turn orb boost, 2x orb boost for the whole adventure pretty much.
Yeah. That I will say though that is his expanded and level limit break.
So you have to keep in mind this is like the final form of this unit, right?
Yeah.
His special is 1.75 damage to all enemies with decreased defense by 2 turns. Changes all orbs with of characters with 40 cost or less to matching. For 2 turns with a 40 cost or less, get 2.25 attack boost. Fuck it, he's good, man. V1 Shanks, holy shit. V1 Shanks is fucking crazy too.
Shanks popped off, dude.
V1 Shanks is too strong, man. Boost attack of all side characters by 4.5, 5 attacks with the matching orb, HP of 1.3, and it increases the rate of side orbs depending on your HP, so more with higher HP. His special
Shanks goes to a 5.25 with the expansion.
There you go. It's even crazier.
Yep.
His special is reduces defense of 1 enemy to 0 for 1 turn. 75x his attack and typeless damage to 1 enemy. He changes all slots to Psi. For 1 turn, he boosts Psi attack by 2.25x. If you hit 3 perfects in that turn, he boosts attack by 2.5x in the following turn. He's a very
insanity.
He's so good. And mind you, we're not getting into We're not. Yeah, shout out. Local Sea Monster is shaking in his boots right now, man. I'm not gonna read their Pirate Rumble kits because that's just we're getting too deep.
A lot of them aren't like super gonna
You're
shake up Rumble
yeah,
much.
exactly. V1 Boa, surprisingly, she's fucking amazing as well.
Yeah, she's insane.
Boost the attack of quick and side characters by 5x, so just flat 5x now. HP of 1.2 makes quick and side slots count as matching. When HP is low, boosts the recovery by 1.5x, reduces damage received by 20%, and allows recovery orbs to be consumed with perfects. Her special is she puts 2 Mirror on each enemy, which is like the heart debuff thing. Delays all enemies by 1 turn. For 2 turn, boosts the attack and recovery of quick and side characters by 2.25x. For 2 turns, recovery and tandem orbs count as matching. Change the orbs in the right column to recovery and in the left column into matching. Oh
man,
she's also very
good.
The
Mirror. That's crazy.
Like delay and Mirror. Yeah, that's nuts.
It's actually ridiculous.
Yeah. Incredible.
6 plus V1 Zoro. Boosts slasher attack by 4.5x, HP by 1.5. Boosts it by 5.25x instead if you've defeated an enemy in the previous turn. Fuck.
That's so nuts.
So he's special. 250x his character attack and types damage to all enemies. For 1 turn, he boosts the attack of slasher characters by 2.5x. He locks the chain by 3.25. If the crew already has an attack an attack boost the color affinity of slashers by 2x for 1 turn instead. Brother, he's very good. He's very fucking good.
They really just said fuck it.
Best slasher captain in the game, straight up. Like, this man's nutty.
Actually, Roger Newgate.
Yeah, that's a good point. V1 Ace. 6 plus V1 Ace reduces the cooldown of all specials by 1 turn. He boosts shooters by 4.5. 5x with a matching slot and HP by 1.5. His special cuts the HP of enemies by 40%. Does 40x cuts the HP of the crew by 40%. Does 40x the HP lost and typeless damage to all enemies. Burns all enemies for 2 turns, which is 100x their attack. And boosts the attack of shooter characters by 2.25x for 2 turns. For 2 turns, he does a 1.75 increased damage to enemies inflicted with burn. So now he's a conditional booster, and he's a 2.25x attack booster, and he applies burn, and he does typeless damage.
And his damage is for 2 turns too. Like, holy.
Yeah, fuck me.
What the hell?
Bro, I'm getting lightheaded, man. Alright, 6 plus TS Luffy, so Gear 4 Luffy. 4x attack to fighter characters, 1.2x HP. When you use his special for 3 turns, 5x to fighter characters, 1.2x HP, 5.25 for himself, 56% damage reduction, and reduces 5 turns of paralysis in his captain ability now.
Wait, are you saying if you have double Luffy active, you'll have 112?
112% damage reduction. Let's fucking go, dude. That's
unreal.
That's bro. Best legend in the game.
Level.
Best legend in the game. His special is for 3 turns. Fight and free spirit characters, strength, dex, sight, int, tandem, recovery orbs count as matching. 600x his attack and typeless damage to 1 enemy. For 1 turn, he boosts fighter and free spirit attack by 2.5x. If there's an attack boost already active, he increases it by 0.3 and he extends it by a turn. After 3 turns has passed, he debuffs himself.
Yeah, so he still debuffs himself, which kind of sucks, but
still, man,
everything else is great.
He's not okay. It's actually not okay. Time skip Luffy, so 6-star version, the quick one. Shout out TSL fans. 4x attack to free spirit, 20% damage reduction, heals 1000 at the end of each turn. When you use his special for 3 turns, instead he becomes a 5x to free spirit, 20% damage reduction, and heals for 1k at the end of each turn. His special for 3 turns, crew's quick dex and size slots count as matching, deals large quick damage to 1 enemy. For 3 turns, drastically reduce the defense of all enemies. For 3 turns, boost the attack of free spirit characters by 1.75. If the captain is free spirit for 3 turns, 1.75 increased damage to enemies with defense down. So he's still really good, but the stat boosts obviously aren't as high, but I mean, who fucking cares?
Yeah.
The GOAT, Sengoku.
Sengoku.
6 plus Sengoku. Minus 2 turns of cooldown to all characters. 5.25x attack and 1.75x HP to 30 cost or less.
30 cost? Oh my god.
Let's fucking
Finally.
go.
And it has a 5x attack to 54 cost characters, so to himself, I believe.
Yeah.
His special is 150x his attack and int damage to all enemies for 1 turn. Boost attack of all characters by 2x. Changes the orbs of 30 cost or less characters to matching and boost their orbs by 2.25x for 1 turn. My brother.
Why doesn't he give himself an orb? I hate that shit. That's so fucking dumb. You dumb bitch. Give yourself a fucking orb. Jesus Christ. I mean, you're fucking good now, but Jesus.
6-star Sengoku. Minus 2 turns of cooldown to all characters. 5.25x attack. 1.75x HP to 20 cost or less. And 5x attack to 54 cost characters. His special is 150 his attack in side damage to all enemies. 1 turn he boosts all characters by 2x. Changes the orbs of 20 cost or less characters to matching and boosts their orbs by 2.25.
Yeah, same kind of special, just with cost.
And then finally, you have 6 plus V2 Kuzan. So the newest legend, like obviously because it's the 6 plus version of them all. He boosts the attack of Quick and Psy by 4x, HP by 1.5, and he makes Quick and Psy orbs beneficial for Quick and Psy characters. And if you hit a good or a better in the order of Psy and Quick, he boosts their attack by an additional 1.2.
So it's 4.8.
Yeah. With Limit Break expansion, it's a 4.2. It's a 1.25. Yeah.
I've got the expanded captain ability here. It is cracked with. This is LB plus with level limit break. So it's minus 1 cooldown.
Yep.
4.75 times attack.
Yep.
Base.
Yep.
1.5 HP. And if you hit the order of good or better with a Psy, then a quick unit, you get a 1.1 times boost on top of it, which goes to 5.225. And then also increases the chances of matching slots, and also heals 1 times his recovery for every perfect you hit.
Holy shit.
God. Absolutely
It's
correct.
fucking, it's mental.
You're not gonna use Kuzan.
Yeah, fuck you, man. Fuck
I don't
you.
know who says that, but they need to check themselves.
And he's special. I have it. I think I have the right one because I've got the
one on the Reddit.
Yeah, I've got the game one. 200x character attack in non-type damage to 1 enemy, and that's true damage. Reduces all enemies' damage reduction and threshold by 3 turns. Changes all orbs, including block orbs, to character's own type, so matching. Boosts the attack of Quick and Psy units by 2.25x for 1 turn. And if you consume 16 or more Quick and Psy slots, like before you pop the special, he reduces his own special charge time by 12 turns. And then if the crew already has an attack boost when the special is launched, he boosts the orb. He gives an orb boost to Quick and Psy characters by 2.25x. So fuck you, whoever says you're not gonna use this character, because he is fucking broken. He is so good. Holy shit.
With one unit, you can get that goated captain, 2.25 attack, 2.25 orbs, full board of matching slots, and 6 turns of rainbow and threshold removal.
Jesus Christ! Like, holy shit.
One unit on the crew. That is insane.
That's so fucked. And that's more doable. That's way more achievable. Because, like, you can consume 16 quick or int orbs before stage 4. Whereas prior to level limit break, you could only consume them before stage 5. So it's very doable to get to stage 4 and be able to pop his special twice. Or at least once on 1 turn and then once on stage 5.
Yeah.
So that's level limit break. Like, that's level limit break.
Yeah, he goes from like 20 slots required to 16. Which is it's better, but it's still annoying, but it's more achievable. Yeah.
More achievable. All right.
Yeah. I have a question for you guys.
Go for it.
Especially for you and Todd. copy.
Yep.
So, with all the level limit break stuff coming out, and every legend right now has KOB, right? Or majority of them have KOB. Do you say it's more valuable now with level limit breaking as they come out to KOB your older legends, or save them more for like your super Sugos and stuff? Because now, especially with Grand Voyage, we see like a lot of them require you to use these max KOB older legends. So what would you guys say for
That's a
like the
great
viewers
question.
out there?
That's a great question.
That's incredible
Is
question,
it more
actually.
of a case by case basis?
I would say that there is genuinely, like, not genuine, there is diminishing value to limit break expand a new legend, because all you get is stats and cooldown. Whereas level limit break, whilst it's harder to achieve because you require duplicates, gives you way more stats, I believe, than you would get from limit break expansion. So I would potentially say it does definitely waver on what the Grand Voyage content is at the moment. Like right now, it's definitely super valuable. And Todd, I think you're like pretty much done with Grand Voyage, so you can attest to this.
You would, in a way,
you would need Shanks definitely at this moment in time. The buggy is super good to have. Like at least those two. I think the TSL, like
time skip Luffy,
the quick TSL is super convenient as well. So I would say if you're in a position where you can do it, probably those three characters to start with. But I think it's definitely a case by case. But I would probably lean more towards older legends having more value to limit break expand now than it would be for your newer legends.
Right.
Yeah. If they get any kind of treatment like this Kuzan did, like holy crap, this is easily the best choice. Like there's no reason to limit break expand. A new character comes out where you get an extra couple hundred attack, couple extra 100 HP, and like -1 cooldown. Whereas like these units get like literally modern captain effects. The only real issue that I see with it is that if you want to use a double version of that character, you have to rely on your friends doing it as well.
Yeah,
which can be kind of hard because like trying to use this Kuzan in videos, like it's really hard to find friend captains that are also limit break expanded. It's pretty difficult, and also it does also require that your friend captains are also level limit broken.
Yeah,
and also limit break expanded. So it's hard to find friend captains if you want to do it in that way. But also, I do agree with you. I do think that holding keys for older legends overall is more valuable, and I think it really does come down to the content that is releasing with Grand Voyage, because these characters that are getting these level limit breaks, that are getting these buffed specials, buffed captains, are so valuable for the content that I think it's definitely worthwhile to save it for that.
Yeah,
so you get more rewards.
So big positive. It looks like they're going to be releasing them batch by batch, the same way that like they would do the key limit breaks for rare recruits.
Yeah.
So hopefully they don't fall into the shitty situation where they level limit break new legends, because that will be horrific if that's the case, because then that'll just kill level limit break in its tracks. So I hope that doesn't happen. But on top of it, like level limit break is a dupe system. Am I salty I didn't have any dupes? A little bit. Does it really matter? No, not really. I mean, it kind of does, but it also kind of doesn't. Doesn't, like, there's gives and takes with it, I suppose. But the benefit of it being a duplicate system and the way that it's structured, that it doesn't require you to have limit break materials or use keys or whatever, is that if they wanted to hypothetically in a year's time upgrade V1 Whitebeard again, they could just increase the cap of how many duplicates you need to feed. So you could go from like level 150 max level to level 200 max level. And then, so this system allows them to continuously upgrade the units over time, as opposed to limit break expansion was like, you have to use a gold key, you have to feed an obscene amount of materials in the first place, and then you're gated off with the quality of the unit or the upgrade path, because if you want people to continue to upgrade, well, you're going to have to add another key expansion, which requires another key, and you're going to have to add more materials which people just don't have, so it's a lot more challenging to do so. Whereas with a duplicate-based system, people are going to continuously keep pulling on banners irrespective of like legends or keeping or hoarding dupes regardless now. That there is a higher chance that if they want to upgrade older legends again, they can do so by saying, hey, if you feed 2 more dupes, you'll go from level 5 level limit break to level 6 of it now. And there'll be another increase in captain ability potentially.
Yeah, I do like that because I feel like there's literally just potential for them to just, add another level limit break. I love that is a potential thing that they could do moving forward.
So they haven't necessarily shot themselves in the foot yet. And unfortunately, you have to use the keyword yet. Because the moment we get a new legend that has level limit break, they've shot themselves in the foot. That's it.
Yeah, they need to not do that. Like I think that's why this system actually works though, because no matter what, the character, you can pull a bunch of dupes and get level limit break, they'll just get all that extra stat.
Yeah.
Whereas like, they don't have to give them new abilities, but you're right. If they start giving them new abilities, then it's wrong.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, without a doubt, right? Like and also like keep in mind, because I think a few people asked in the questions, which we can get, which we'll obviously answer again. But like, this is also room for rare recruits to get buffs as well. Because obviously rare recruits and free to play units as well. So a lot of old like treasure map units, there is the potential there for them to get like level limit break buffs as well. So like,
the issue is though, is that I lost thought. Don't worry, keep going.
There we go. But like, well, hopefully you remember it. But like, I just hope that like they do recognize free to play units to get level limit break, because like they have the infrastructure to allow players to acquire the free to play units now. Like they have the TM shop with blue tickets. They have the Kasuna shop with the insignias. They have the recollection archive to replay old content. Like, so it's not like it's the most difficult thing to get the old characters. So hopefully free to play units do see an expansion. Will they be getting like, Log Luffy level buffs? Probably not, but it would be nice for free to play units to at least have the ability to have beneficial buffs added to them as well.
I remember what I was going to say. The only issue is that it's going to take 10 years to feed stuff after a Sugo now.
Because you have to feed every character.
You want to feed everything just in case,
And they haven't done a good job in identifying what you have level limit break and what you haven't. Like on the actual icon of the character, you have to click into the character and check that.
Yeah, it's kind of dumb.
So like, it's hopefully they have a graphical update which shows like the level alongside like around the border of the unit when you're in your character box. Mm-hmm. So like, or maybe in like the top right hand corner or top left hand corner actually, they could do maybe some sort of like level or whatever it is and have like little stat bar.
A lot of people say, why don't they have an auto feed system? But you got to remember, every time you feed a dupe, it asks you what potential ability you want to level it into. So if they do that in an auto sense, I don't think that could really work.
I guess the only way you could do it in an auto sense is if you clicked on the unit. Like let's say you clicked on V1 Whitebeard. There was a button that was auto feed. Like there was the power up button, but then on the power up screen, there was also another button that said like auto feed. You click that, it auto feeds everything, and then it also asks you the questions of like, what do you want to do? What do you want to do with sockets? Blah, 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 that kind of stuff. Yeah. So like, then again, like it would be slow, but at least like you wouldn't have to, I mean, it would kind of be the same premise, I suppose, but yeah, I don't know. Unless they found a way to stack up like those questions where it's like, if you fed like 100 characters, it would stack them up and say, all right, what do you want to feed for your V1 Whitebeard? All right, you do that. Mm-hmm. And once you've done that, it goes to like Log Luffy. After Log Luffy, it goes to V1 Kuzan. After V1, so it does like that kind of style. Otherwise, I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
What they could do, but my concerns. All right, do you guys have any concerns with this system? If anything.
The only concern was really just if they give new characters the upgrades. That's the only thing I'm really worried about. It obviously sucks because the amount of dupes you need is pretty harsh as well.
9 dupes minimum.
Yeah. So, and the other thing is it kind of can inflict with issues with Grand Voyage because a lot of the content you kind of need those units, so
Yeah.
could be an issue.
What are you gonna say, Flame?
Right?
For me, it's one of the things that would bother me is the amount of units that they do like per cycle. Like, I really hope we don't get into like a thing where like, all right, we're gonna do 2 units a month because like there's like 200 legends.
Yeah, this
Like,
would take 80 months
that's
to
gonna
get
take
through
forever.
everything. You know what I mean?
The first batch had what 10, I think.
10,
maybe
yeah.
a little bit more.
Right,
Yeah.
but I'm saying moving forward
Yeah,
because like that
and
was just like the
it
initial
might also
batch.
cycle with Grand Voyage as well because I believe Grand
Mm-hmm.
Voyage is going to get like
Every 2
updates
months.
every 2 months.
Yeah.
So might have to wait 2 months per one, or if they do 5 islands per Grand Voyage update, maybe like they do 10 characters so that 5 are good 1 month, 5 are good the second time around or something. I don't know.
I
Right.
just
How it's gonna work yet.
I just hope that they bink out these every month they're releasing like 10 to 15.
Yeah, like
Just
5
be-
to 10 would be
just
cool.
just because like it's so much better for the game if like in like 3 to 6 months time every character has level limit break, and like so every character is kind of modernized, but then that allows them to, obviously you can start then upgrading newer characters, which will be kind of toxic because they'll get super powerful, or they might not even get upgraded enough to justify it. You know what I mean? So there's a double-edged sword there. But I think my biggest concern is that, let's assume in the hypothetical cycle every character gets level limit break, like expanded, like what are we gonna call it? Like level limit break expansion in terms of like the captain abilities. Let's just call it that for now. Like, my concern is that once we get through the cycle, let's assume 6 months, we have every character, including rare recruits, blah, 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 all get level limit break expanded so all their abilities are buffed. I just hope that they continue to buff units and not just say, okay, V1 Whitebeard is now a 5x captain, but then the anniversary unit that comes out in literally like 12 days will be a 6x captain. So now Whitebeard...
I hope not.
But now Whitebeard is again behind the curve, and then you have this whole issue of depending on when a unit gets upgraded, they will be then subsequently behind the curve of the current meta, if that makes any sense.
I get what you're saying.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, that's my frustration. Or not frustration, but that's my genuine concern.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Not really a concern, I guess. More of just something that would kind of bother me is just, because like you read all the units, you're like, yo, this is super cool, and then you also have it just for the other units in general that you can just level up and make stronger.
Yeah.
It's like you can't just do it like instantly. Like it's not really that accessible, so it's kind of annoying.
That's a good point. Yeah, it's definitely not accessible for the average player.
No, not at all. So it's it's not even accessible for a lot of endgame players. Like,
correct.
The amount of XP you require is ridiculous. And
that's crazy.
There's no active, consistent farming source at the moment where you can just passively farm like a turtle island with your stamina to get like materials to max it. There should be a lobster island even. Like I don't know, but like I just hope that they like it's not going to be some shitty. Like, I hope that when they eventually introduce like a like a rainbow turtle island, it's not a shitty like daily one, but it's just like forever constant and costs like 10 stam per run or whatever.
Yeah, because 150 million EXP is not easy to do. So they need some way to get EXP and make it more accessible for sure. Like, dupes. It's hard to make dupes accessible, but I guess the 100 legends that they're giving out and giving a lot of people
like start.
Essentially the whole month of April to grind EXP for it. Like there's like even Cobby, he started playing again, and like over the past couple days he's leveled up like he's like nearly 600 now or something like that. Like he's just blitzing through it. So people are going to get a lot of legend tickets throughout this event, but for new players that join during the anniversary, they don't get that.
They don't benefit.
Yeah, but then again, when you think about it, level limit break is not a new game. It's not focused for new game players. It's for Grand Voyage essentially.
But then there's also the issue with the Grand Voyage where now rewards are gated behind Like, I can't clear like half of them. I don't have the necessary
Yeah.
units and level limit break. And I'm a guy, I've spent thousands of dollars on the game, played it for 6-7 years now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's also a concern. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, Grand Voyage has its own issues,
which we'll get into obviously a little later. But like, for example, I was going to say with the EXP, Game Freak finished the 500 turtles you needed for the rewards. He got 183 million XP worth of turtles. So that's enough to do one character.
One.
Lovely. And that required him probably at minimum to do 70 runs of that island for one character. So like
the value of EXP for each of these new boosters is terrible. They need to upgrade them for sure. Like they need to multiply them by like 5.
They need to. Well, I think what they need to do is like they can keep it at the same level, but they need to have a constant farming source. Like I should be able to, like, if I'm at work, for example, I should be able to have like a farm, like, you know, an island that I can just farm and press auto on and just get through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then you can use the new Super Tandem Marine team to farm.
Fucking do it. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking time. Let's go, dude. Like, it's time, man. I'm gonna pause the show. I've got my good ticket, my limited pool ticket from the farming event. So let's just see what we get.
Oh, yeah, let's go. Good luck.
We get fucking nothing. This is guaranteed.
Mine was Summer Boa.
Fuck, I got 2 copies of Hawkins from 2 tickets. Fuck off. Fuck this dick ass game, man.
Oh no.
Fucking cringe. I'm quitting the game.
Oh no.
It's I got 2 copies of Hawkins from 4 tickets.
Level limit break.
Yo, let's go. Watch Hawkins become like the best Dex captain in the game or some shit.
That's true though, because with the introduction of the system, like
tickets are so valuable.
No longer that bad. Yeah. I mean,
100%.
It sucked, obviously, but I mean, to be honest, the 4 legend tickets that I got from this point event, 2 of them I already had at max level limit break just from holding all these dupes. So at that point, it actually does suck. But for the average player, it is going to be a fantastic way to increase their
like my Hawkins is currently level 3 level limit break. So now he gets to level 4 now from these 2 dupes, which is just like I don't know, crazy, right?
It's good and bad. Double-edged sword.
Look, like, I'm a pessimistic person, so I always you know, like that's bad for my mental health. But like, I always look for the bad in everything a lot of the time, and I'm just concerned that level limit break on the surface is a fantastic system, but there are a lot of intricacies that they need to iron out now to make it accessible. And that's where the like, so we've taken the one step forward with level limit break, but now it's a matter of, do we take 2 steps back or do we take another step forward? That's the concern, because what I want to see is that the level limit break materials continue to be accessible for all players, so you're not gated behind Grand Voyage only to get the materials you need. On top of that, make more EXP farming events, not EXP as in pirate EXP, but EXP as in unit EXP. Make a constant island, don't make it daily, and then we're talking. Until then, I'm still a bit up in the air on how great this system is, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
But to be positive, it's a fantastic system, because a lot of old units have now become super viable, and if not super meta at the moment, which is fantastic in itself. But you have to take it with a grain of salt, I feel like.
Yeah, I like it still. I'm a big fan of the update, just because like these characters that have received these super evolutions over time, well, on release they may have been just average for a lot of them. They lose a lot of their power very quickly, and the fact that they're giving them this update makes them more powerful, makes them more modern, which is what a lot of people wanted to see. Obviously, it's hard to get them at that level, but overall, I think in the grand scheme of things, it is a nice way to move forward. And I mean, if you have good people on your friends list, you'll be able to get access to them as well. It is what it is.
So it's definitely, like, again, I hate because we always repeat the exact same thing, but it's definitely, again, like a wait and see kind of thing again. Like when we come back to when it comes back to like 8.5 anniversary, so like in September kind of time, August, September, that's when we'll do like another reevaluation of level limit break, I feel like, and see if they took the 2 steps back or they took another step forward. So we'll have to wait and see there. All right. I know we're almost 2.5 hours into the show, but Grand Voyage. Grand Voyage, the new game mode.
The new game mode.
Hot off the press. Yoshi's been in the code. Yoshi, Toshi, Doshi, and Moshi and Knight have been developing this for 6 months, to a year now. So we're here. Grand Voyage is released. Just for some tidbits of information before we discuss it, it is going to be updated bi-monthly. What we mean by updated, we have no idea about, to be honest with you. The current rotation of events is the local sea monster, Alvida, Morgan, Buggy, and Luffy. The missions work in a cumulative fashion. So what that means is that if you want to clear mission 3, you also have to subsequently clear mission 2 and 1. So you have to clear all previous missions, and then from the missions you clear, you earn points, and then those points correspond to rewards that you get.
Correct.
So what are your initial impressions of Grand Voyage, sir?
Grand Voyage, the rewards seem pretty decent so far. It is interesting as well that if you do complete every single mission 5 out of 5, you actually get the Super Tandem tablet, which is kind of cool. But then it really comes down to how often. Maybe another thing as well. It just lots of things. How they're gonna make it so that when it does get updated, I assume that the missions that we've currently done don't reset. I don't know. I would think that on the bi-monthly reset, they add more islands to Grand Voyage, that we have more islands to take on.
Yeah.
And it's just going to go through the story of One Piece. There's lots of things. I don't know.
Here's my tinfoil hat. And this is probably like preaching to the choir. Like this is what I want to see. So we have 5 missions at the moment, right? What I would see is the bi-monthly update would be every 2 months they add 2 or 3 more missions. And then all 8 will reset then after the first 2 months. And then let's say they add... Then you have now 8 missions total out of overall. And then the following next 2 months, they add 2 more. So now you have the previous 8 will reset. And now you have 10 missions total to clear. So that's the whole idea of clearing it. But then the issue with that though is that it becomes repetitive. And that's exactly what Yoshi didn't want. Because it becomes content that it becomes time-gated content then. Because if you can't clear the previous missions before the 2-month period is up, then you miss out on the Super Tandem tablet.
That's why I think that's why I don't think they're gonna reset the rewards, because literally you cannot clear the Captain Morgan level 4 and 5 if you don't own Carrot and Wanda. And that character is only accessible via Treasure Map Sugofest, and we're not even getting a Treasure Map Sugofest in May because it's the anniversary month.
Yeah.
So I think just literally due to that, because you can't clear it without that unit, unless if they release another deck slasher that has hunger, then there's no way you can do it without that unit. So we'll have to wait and see. But it's just because of that, the fact that you need a very specific Treasure Map legend, otherwise you cannot clear it, is just bizarre. And that's the thing with Grand Voyage just in general that is kind of a problem that I have, is they've really promoted it being a really way to be creative with team building and using lots of different characters. And they say lots of different characters, but the thing is if you don't have one specific unit, you can't clear it. And
that's my annoyance too. That's my annoyance too. Like, for example, the Fuchsia Village, right? If you don't have like V1 Shanks, like super buffed up, it's very fucking hard for you to clear level 5, if impossible. It's not. I don't think it is impossible.
People have tried, but because Sty Cerebral, pretty tough.
The only straightforward one was Alvida, because you could just use Straw Hat Crew, which is fucking incredibly powerful. You got through that one. I haven't even touched Shell's Town, but I've seen Stump fucking beating his head against the wall. Fuck that guy, by the way.
Yeah, fuck him.
Like he's been
See,
beating his head against
the versus Buggy fight is so bizarre.
I saw there was a video posted in our Alliance chat. I watched it and I was like, I'm not gonna be able to do this. Like,
Yeah,
it's
like
I
don't
saw
know,
one earlier.
versus Buggy, you need the time skip Luffy with level limit break because he has the 3-turn buffs.
Yep.
So you
And
actually
Brook.
need them. And Brook as well. You need Brook as a captain. And then for the versus the Luffy fight, that one's also pretty interesting. I actually kind of like that fight because there's a cost restriction on the last level. You need an int team, you need a driven team, and you need a
that
Buggy on
one.
your crew.
I saw this
That
one. This
one-
one was posted recently as well.
yeah.
This one was
Oh,
also
there's a
kind
new
of
team.
these JP plays, man, they go crazy. But yeah,
with
now you
super tight category.
super tight category like
Oh, that's not. Oh no, that is that's versus level 5. Cool,
level 5. Like it's
good
just
stuff.
and like that's the thing though, right? Because like me and Rion, like we hung out last night and we're chatting about this, and like we were saying like it's kind of the same way as Garp Challenges in a sense, right? I mean, in my opinion,
Yeah.
Grand Voyage's Garp Challenges some extra steps, but it's similar. It's similar in the sense because Garp Challenges when they first came out were super challenging. Even like Rev
Yeah.
Army, remember Rev Army 1 quick took like 12 minutes to clear back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Rev Army 1. Now it takes 2 minutes and 30 seconds, pretty much. Rev Army 2 used to be like a fucking 30-minute run. Now B-Bro cleared it in 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Like, it's obviously like as time goes on, more people are going to discover more gimmicks to clear this stuff.
Mhm.
So obviously, like right now, people are like looking at templates that other people have gone with and try to improve those. But then you have people like this guy, like this secretive person, it's literally his name, who's cleared level 5 Buggy. No, it's level 5 Luffy, I believe it is, right? Is it Luffy or Buggy?
Yeah, the Luffy.
Yeah,
fight.
Luffy.
Sorry, level 5 Luffy with like V3 Katakuri. I don't think a lot of people are thinking about using V3 Katakuri in that situation, if that makes sense. So like, it's we're in the early stages, like similar to Garp Challenges, where everything was just really hard to start off with, and then it's gonna get progressively easier and easier. Which is, again, it brings up the same topic. How do they intend to update this game mode? Because if this game mode is like you earn the rewards once and then never again, that's kind of fucking crazy. Like that'd be
the
kind of
balance. The balance of trying to, because I feel like they do have to restrict it in some way. Because I would hate it if you can't clear a piece of content unless if you have that one very specific unit, and if you don't have it within the 2 months, you just never get the missions done.
Yeah.
I think that is the most terrible design choice ever. But at the same time, for people that can clear it, you do have to give them something to do. So you're
Yeah.
right. They do have to
I
give them
just-
something. I don't know.
I've just had an idea, lad.
Mhm.
And it doesn't really make too much sense thinking about it now. But like, so for example, there's 2 sets of rewards for Grand Voyage. There's the total rewards, and there's the rewards you earn per island. The rewards you earn per island are pretty negligible. They're not like fantastic, but they're like a guaranteed skill up book. You get like a few level limit materials, some XP items, and some berry, right?
Yeah.
What if I almost fucking challenged the Shell Harbor one? What the hell? What if, for example, the way they updated it was every month they would update each island's rewards, but the total rewards stayed the same in terms of like how many points you have. So what they could do is that, for example, for you, Todd, let's say hypothetically you will eventually get to 25 out of 25, correct? Like that's probably,
Eventually.
you know, let's assume everyone's going to get to 25 out of 25, correct? So instead of resetting that 25 every 2 months. So like, for example, me, who probably won't get to it, misses out on the Tandem tablet. What if they increase the cap from 25 to 50?
Yeah.
So now when they reset, those that didn't get to 25 that previous month still can do that by earning the points. But again, then now there's the downside of like, well, if they reset the points, you can't get to the 50 the following month, and then you're always technically behind by a little bit. So like, I guess that's like the downside of it. But at least that means that those rewards aren't attainable. It means that like you can attain them, but you'll just be behind the clip, I suppose.
I also think that they probably won't just keep adding islands, because the thing is as well is that when you go to Shell's Town, I think it is, oh no, whichever one the buggies, Orange Town. In Orange Town, there are 2 bosses that you can select in Orange Town, so they can just add multiple different bosses to the withstanding islands already.
Correct.
Just different boss fights.
That's a good point.
In Fuchsia Village, they could just add when they did the flashback with Luffy, Sabo, and Ace, and they had to fight those pirates.
Yep.
When they were kids, they could just add that as a boss.
Fuchsia Village is only the sea monster. You could do Higuma as the actual boss this time. You could even do it versus Shanks, like young Shanks. You could do it versus Kid Luffy. Boss, Like, there's plenty of options to do. But I guess the tough part will be how they're going to approach the total rewards, because the total rewards are the creme de la creme like items that you can earn.
Yeah, I think you're right. They'll just add like, because it's out to 25. If they add 2 more bosses, they'll just go to 35 or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. So then instead, and then if you've, I guess then the tough part will be that like, well, what are they going to do in terms of, like, are they going to reset anything? Like, what are they going to, like, because if they made the rewards to 35, like, how many more, like, you're not going to get many more level limit break materials from doing that. You get the majority.
What if they add a stage 6 fight to like a 6th condition? To one of the fights later on.
Okay. They could add more missions to fights. That is correct. It would make it even fucking harder, but like,
exactly.
But then the rewards could be even better. I don't know. Like, there's, again, we're in the very early stages of this, so there is still a lot of room to play in terms of everything.
Yep.
So like,
I think it has potential. At the moment, I don't like the way that it's structured, because you need like specific units all the time.
Totally.
But I think it's too early to say right now, but it is cool. I like what they're going with.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see how it progresses, definitely. I suppose. Totally. Yeah.
Like there's not really much more we can really say on it. I think the idea of the mode is great. I like the fact that it's based upon cumulative missions. It's not based upon like, because that was my concern. Because when I looked at the missions for like the first island, it was like clear with 6 side characters. I'm like, all right, well there's already incredible side characters to begin with. Then it was like clear with 6 cerebral characters. I was like, okay, well you could, again, there are already incredible cerebral characters that you can clear with. But the fact that it has to be 6 psi and cerebral characters, now you're playing a different game. Now you have to be very granular and select specific units.
Yep. So
there's a lot to it. And I think that Grand Voyage is going to be very interesting going forward. And I really hope that whilst it's updating bi-monthly, the rewards are still very like plentiful. And like, you know, there's still a lot to earn, I suppose, with the update, how they approach updating it. So we'll see. We'll definitely end up seeing there for sure.
I'm excited.
Anything else? Do we want to give our quick 8th Anni predictions before because next episode will be the 8th Anni episode?
Correct. Oh dang.
I already said mine, so I can repeat mine again while you guys are thinking. So I think it'll be 3 legends on the Anni banner. It'll be a Kaido, a Luffy, and a Law and Kid dual unit. And then there will be a Kazuna banner afterwards that'll have like an Ace versus Yamato unit. That's my guess for 3 legends on anniversaries, because of the 3 sample arts or the 3 sample images that they put in the prizes. So that would be my assumption as to the units that they're going to be giving out, or how many Anni legends there would be.
See, like 2 legends would make sense, but then 3, it's like 3 legends is like really awkward.
Because they've done it like again. They did it for the last anniversary. Luffy, Law,
I
and
don't
Kid.
think I'm pretty sure most people agree that there's going to be a Kaido and there's going to be a Luffy.
Yeah, it's the third unit that is puzzling. Because you could do Law and Kid. You could do the Ace Yamato saga. You could just throw Caution to the Wind and put like a Zoro and Killer as well. Like there's a lot of roof piece units that you could definitely throw in there.
Even a Kid Killer would be pretty high.
Kid Killer, you could do Law Zoro, like you make some wacky kind of combos like that, you know? So like I don't know.
Momo and Yamato.
Jesus Christ, don't say
That
that.
would be lame.
Legend Momo is coming soon. Probably.
Let's fucking go.
It's gonna be better than V1 Kaido. It's gonna be V1 Kaido, but on like worse.
It's gonna be a 6.5 times attack captain.
All right, you gotta calm down. All right, arrest him. Arrest. It's super illegal. Super illegal. Super illegal. Super illegal. I don't know. Like we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But I think obviously we're getting Wano content without a doubt. Obviously.
Yeah, we actually have an 8th anniversary website for those who didn't know.
Ooh, there you go. I wasn't even aware of that.
There isn't much on there, but the background of the website itself is Onigashima. So
I didn't even know
we
there
have
was
a
an 8th
fair
website.
idea. Yeah.
Let me see. What is this Japanese saying?
It has like a promotional video, which is like, it doesn't show anything.
And the Yoshi,
like 11 days.
The Yoshi face is so good.
And then a bit of campaign info. Like nothing really shown yet, but it'll be updated, I guess.
We could get more red scabbard units, I suppose. Definitely a possibility there.
What haven't? Well, we pretty much covered all of them in like the Odin celebration.
That actually is a
stuff.
good point. I totally forgot that like Izo and Kika got a legend unit as well.
Yeah.
So they're basically all.
That's how good they were. You totally forgot about them.
They're actually a fucking good quick captain as well. They're really good. They're actually a really good unit.
Their captain's great. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All right. I don't know. We'll see. Well, as we've kind of teased, we will be the next episode. Whilst it is generally meant to be scheduled as a non-Treasure Cruise episode, it will be the 8th anniversary episode. So look forward to that.
Yep.
You know, get excited. There might be a special guest. Just saying, you know, so get keen. Hopefully, if Flame wants to wake up at 3 a.m., then it's going to happen. That might be an indication of who it could be. So, you know, make sure you let us know in the comments below who you think the anniversary guest will be for the GGP podcast. That's your job today.
Yep.
But
the person who guesses it right,
you can be on the show. No, I'm kidding. No, absolutely not. Maybe at some point your comment will be pinned. No, you'll be pinned. JK, you get a heart. So I don't want to spoil it. I'll let you guys tease it out though.
Yeah.
But into everyone's favorite segment, in other news.
Yep.
Plenty of stuff here.
Let's go.
As you mentioned, so there is a retweet campaign actively going on right now. There's 2 of them, in fact, for both versions of the game. They both relate to how many retweets you get will correspond to additional red tickets, and now it's also additional gems. So make sure you go retweet the crap out of those. More red tickets and more gemmies is obviously going to be super, super nice, especially in the anniversary time set. On top of that, they are removing the Kizuna Potion and Limit Break material gem sets. So that's kind of a bummer because that Kizuna Potion one, 6 potions for $60 more or less, was pretty decent. Or 5 potions for 60.
People probably never bought it.
Yeah, I think I bought it like once or twice because it's actually a good deal. And then I was like, I'm not going to do this anymore.
Because like the ones where you get more gems is more worthwhile.
Exactly. We also have the Pirate Rumble Corazon. Rare recruit unit has the Sugo was just announced. There is a discount multi. The legends will be Yorogue, Kuma, V2 Brook, V4 Katakuri, King, V2 Magellan, Ace Akainu, V2 Kaino, Sanji Judge, and Cracker. It's not the best assortment of legends, but I mean the Yorogue is for the Brook's there as well. So probably the discount multi is definitely worth it on the Pirate Rumble banners, I'd say. So if you have the spare gemmies, probably send it. Otherwise, wait for Annie first and then go back and
I was going to say that because the banner's here until June 3rd, so you got time to like
heaps
decide
of time.
whether or not you want to pull.
So,
Yeah.
make sure you look at that. We have a bunch of new ink effects, like a massive list of new ink effects as a matter of
we
fact.
certainly do.
So that's super awesome there. You can go watch Todd's video on that. He just released a video about all the new ink effects there. So if you want to see them all, make sure you go check that out.
Except for Cavendish, because I didn't have him super evolved.
Yeah, it's really bad. I just looked at it today. It's not that good.
Yeah.
What else do we have? I didn't put it on the sheet, but I did remember. Treasure Cruise in game in the notices now has the capability of actually showing the unit arts for when things like what units are available on banners now actually get displayed as their icon. So it's a lot easier for people to see what units are available.
Yeah, instead of showing a list of the character and then like, oh, is that V1 or is that V2?
Exactly.
Now it just shows the icon, and then
which is super awesome.
So much easier.
And you can actually click on the icons. You can click on the icons and it actually pops up their kits and what they do in their info.
Yeah.
And plus, you can also switch them. There's a button on the screen that lets you switch them to their max level limit break stats and abilities and such as well. So, again, that's super awesome UI update. Super happy about that. That's great. East Blue Straw Hats are all available from Tropperman missions. So I believe just logging in gets you a copy of each of the East Blue Straw Hats. Funnily enough, those are the ones that people actually spent gems on. So, eat shit, nerds. But also, keep in mind, there is a Chopperman mission that people might not completely be aware of. But it's only for 5 gems. But it's if you clear any main quest story 3 times in the following areas. So everything from Shellstown to Little Garden, you get 5 gems. So make sure you do that to get your 5 gems. Yeah, exactly. So that was also a little random one that you should make sure you go do that to get your little 5 gemmies. Do that. There's a new metal exchange, actually.
Yeah, it just came out yesterday.
Metal exchanges are now kind of a little bit more important, purely because of level limit break. Would I go spend Sugo medals on like just dupe copies of characters? Probably still not, but I mean, we'll see. In the 400 medal tier, you have Vivi, King, Queen, Kaido vs. Big Mom, Dex, Kid, and Int, Blackbeard. In the 250, you have Rayleigh, Murasaki, Bullet, Sabo Koala, Luffy Law, and V2 Katakuri. In the 150 tier, you have V1 Brook, Shiki, V1 Nami, V1 Judge, V2 Boa, V1 Usopp, V1 Zoro, V1 Mihawk, V1 Ace, V1 Shanks. That Shanks might be worthwhile picking up some copies of him. I mean, like, especially with how good his level limit break is. Keep that in mind. Also, we have a special characters as per usual. At the 120 medal tier, which is a new tier as a matter of fact, you have the 7th anniversary Reiju, Shirahoshi, and Rebecca, and as well as the 6th anniversary Chopper and Nami. At the 100 medal tier, you have the 5th anniversary Perona and Ace, the 4th anniversary Sanji and Reiju, and the 3rd anniversary Boa and Shanks. So make sure you pick up any of those characters. Preferably the 120 medal tier characters are all actually really good units. So like, make sure you pick those up. But the positive that I think from that is that maybe those units will not be pullable on the banner, which is just super convenient in the long run. Because
I don't know. I feel like that's kind of bad.
Really,
in a sense as well.
I think it's just convenient.
Yeah, I feel like it's nice if like you don't pull them, but it's also like kind of shitty if
you have to spend
you have
medals
limited medals. Yeah.
That's a good point.
I think in that sense it's bad, but like in the sense of, oh hey, you missed out on pulling them. Well, here's your like second chance of getting them. I think that's really
fair.
nice
That's
though.
Fair. Good point.
But yeah.
And then the final thing in other news is there's a new super block slot.
Yeah.
Oh no.
There's a new slot coming, apparently.
I don't know what that's about, but there is a new slot that will be out and about. It has the resemblance of Super Block, and I think it's also been identified in the game files as being called Super Block. So, it specifically says Super Block are in the files and coming soon in a quest. and Super Tandem files already exist, but there are no pictures of it in the game. So keep your eyes out for that. That's in other news, but before we jump into the questions, I want to give a shout out to our members.
Yes.
As we've mentioned in the past, if you do want to support the show by any means, make sure you like and subscribe. It helps us out a great deal. But if you want to support the show financially, you know, you can do that by hitting that little join button. We have a bunch of different tiers for all different price points, and we greatly appreciate it. But we have a bunch of new. We have 2 new members, Dr. E. Rishin and Red Halo, at the good tier for both of them. So thank you very much to those 2. We have My Drunken Monkey at the great tier, Dave the Inhuman at the good tier, TheLordShiro as a GGP producer. You have Stump at the good tier, Alex Wisniewski at the producer tier, Kisa at the perfect tier. You have Cody at the great tier, and Rioan rounding it up at the good tier. So thank you all to those guys for your continued support on the channel. We do greatly appreciate it, and thank you for financially supporting us as well. Make sure you join today. Guys. Be part of the Cool Kids Club. And I mean C's with that, but not K's. Anyway, from everyone's favorite segment to everyone's actual favorite segment, it's the Q&A.
Yes, sir.
If you've got any questions, send them through to us at GGP Podcast or via our YouTube community tab. First question from Lil Bobo 2626, aka Christy. What's the next batch of super limit breaks, level limit breaks you think we might see?
Probably Usopp.
Yep.
Because I just think in like story mode wise, like if they go by the story mode sense, like I feel like maybe a Nami or a Usopp character could be actually maybe even V1 Sanji, maybe one of those characters would be kind of cool.
I could see them also following like the release of units. So like they didn't do V1 Marco, they could do that. They could even go and do V1 Mihawk and then V1 Sabo and V1 Croc and V1 Lucci. Like all those kinds of units could become genuinely incredible, powerful units.
A good point.
Also, we didn't mention one thing with level limit break.
What's that?
The stat boosting supports have become a lot better now because the level limit break has now basically increased a lot of stats by 1.5x. So like
that is a fantastic point.
Bullet now boosts like his support is now like plus 800, 900 attack, which is fucking crazy. Like that's a lot of attack. Roger probably is now like plus like 1,000 like attack or some shit, man. Like he's probably pulling up. He's not doing God knows what, but so yeah, keep that's really good too there. But if I was to pick one unit, I would want to see what they do with Hody. Honest to God, I would want to see what they do with Hody.
Yeah.
Oh, you're like, what's one unit? You think?
Pick one unit. Yeah.
Is that a question? Hopefully, we're not stealing someone's question later on. But
I don't think it's a question.
One unit you want to see?
Yeah.
I mean, I might just go with my boy V1 Katakuri. See what they want to do.
Yeah, V1 Katakuri could be fucking crazy, bro.
He'd be kind of cracked, actually.
What do you think, Knight?
For one unit, I guess. Ooh, I kind of want to go with my goat Tesoro.
Dude, Tesoro could be fucking crazy. He's already like his limit break expansion's already like pretty good. Like his level limit break could be fucking mental too.
Mine is already expanded and max level limit break.
He's ready. His fucking Todd's are ready to go.
Let's go.
All right. Next question from @StressBagel. They ask, communication with players is happening. Do you think it's possible for them to fix the content cycle or make it more make more interesting banners? At this point, a guaranteed Dex unit is more fun than a guaranteed legend or rate boost character. I mean, they can fix it. Will they fix it? I mean, depends, I suppose. Like, Sugos are making enough money as they are, so like it doesn't like it's not like they need to fix or improve anything at the moment. So like I guess take it with a grain of salt. I mean, like I don't know.
I kind of hate that they don't do arenas every month. Like that kind of annoys the shit out of me.
Yeah.
I really would like them to make more of those per month, or at least do one per month would be nice.
Now,
because I mean they always do treasure map in Kizuna and stuff.
Yeah. Now they should do it though, because with the fact that like arenas will technically be dropping more level limit break materials or have more of them available. Hopefully that means that every month we get one, so we can get more chance to drop materials for level limit break.
Yep.
Right.
So hopefully that happens. But I mean, at the end of the day, they can fix anything. I mean, like, they are listening, like, you know, but they are very slow at fixing things. So, like, we'll see what happens. Next question from TheLordShiro, our GGP producer. He asked, favorite and least favorite part of Grand Voyage?
I think we've touched on our negatives on the content a lot in the podcast so far.
I'll say,
but I do like the rewards, and I do like the I like the restrictions. I like how
I was
people
to say,
have to
like,
be kind of creative.
As annoying as it's going to be difficulty-wise, I do like the fact that it's fucking hard content. Like, it's really hard content. That's what I like about it. Like, about time they've released, like, bro, like, the fucking sea monster has, like, 250 million HP. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the hell?
Morgan has, like, what, 600-700 million?
It's crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous. So, like, I like the fact that it is really challenging content, and it bodes to what Todd's mentioned. Like, it allows a lot more creativity to shine when it comes to team building here.
Also, the fact that it's only 5 stages long and you get the cooldown automatically, so you don't have to, like, wait forever, like if it was a training forest, for example.
Yeah.
You have to, like, if you fuck it up, it takes forever to get back to where you were. But also, on the same token as that, the fact that if you really need a specific friend captain, you finally get it, and then you screw it up, then you have to wait to get a different friend captain again. Yeah, like, that could be a problem.
Hopefully the new friend captain functionality that they're talking about kind of improves that a lot.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed.
I hope so.
No, do you have anything?
I would say, like, my favorite part has already been said, but yeah, I think it's really cool. Like, I've been watching a lot of teams. I've been looking at. I haven't been watching stump videos, which is pretty unfortunate, but you know,
Fuck
when you
that
want
guy.
to see the Grand Voyage stuff, like, not even like Corazon hasn't even been posting
He's
videos,
cleared it
so
all,
I wonder
though.
if he's
that piece of trash. He keeps teasing on Twitter. He's like, I'm done. I'm like, yeah, you fucking post the teams, bitch. You're like, god damn it, man. He keeps it's funny in Japanese. He keeps calling Yoshi P like a sneaky bugger pretty much the whole time, which is so funny to think about. But like, yeah, I can't wait for him to be like, here's all the teams, by the way, because he's cleared it all, which is crazy. But I mean, to be fair, he does have like the creme de la creme box pretty much. So
yeah,
pretty much. But yeah, I've been watching a lot of the like videos and shit. It's kind of cool, like what people have been able to do. So glad to see what happens in the future. And I never said like my least favorite part, but I think it's a bit too hard. But like I definitely understand like what they're doing, but I feel like the fact that you have to have if you don't have this character, fucking max limit broken,
max level limit break, max candy, max level, like you need a lot maxing.
Fuck off.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think level 1 for each of the Grand Voyages should be like really easy.
Yeah, I
honestly,
agree.
Because they're not hard, but they're still 10-star difficulty at level 1. So I feel like for just to help like newer players, because like they're unlocked at level 170. They get this new game mode. They're like, oh, let's go ahead and try it out. And they're immediately going to get absolutely destroyed. So I do think that to help beginners, like level 1 should have been stupid easy and then just ramp up like super quickly. Just to give them a sense of progression, I think would have been better.
There is a positive though, because like you can actually see what the debuffs are for Grand Voyage.
Yeah.
Like in the quest guide. So like at least like those that are going into level 1, if they're trying to like build their own teams and not like use like a Todd team or a Stump team, they can be like, okay, let me click on level 1, for example, and then let me go, like, for example, like this Shells Town. All right, quest level 1. What's the guide say to me? So, yeah, the guide. Okay, there's there's NAO at some point. There's switch effect requirement, this and that. There's 2 turns of deck slot chance up. There's random slots on the battle 4. There's, 4 turns of defense and 4 turns of threshold, blah, 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 blah. Like, it really does. But even then, like, Battle 5 for fucking Mission 1 has 9 turns of defense up. Like, which is really challenging to get around in itself. So like, fuck off. Like, it's tough.
Also,
tough.
one thing I also really don't like is that the super tandem thing is like limited to you beating everything. I think that's kind of bullshit. Like, I feel like if they had it where if you beat like level 4, or maybe you beat like a decent amount of them,
level 4.
Like, I feel like that would be more acceptable. But and then you put level 5, you put like some crazy shit. Like you get like 100 gems and like you get like a bunch of like limit break material, like a lot of shit that like whales would want, but not like something that's like, oh, you have to be like the Giga Whale to get this, but like the Giga Whales are already gonna have like that super tandem character. Like when it comes out, you know, they're gonna pull like 20 copies of them and have them max anyway, so it's no point.
Right. I would agree. I think that if they had done the super tandem at 20 out of 25, it would have been a lot better. And then the other 5 levels could have been crazy rewards.
But it wouldn't be as, I don't think it'll be as bad if they like release the next set and then they make it go from 25 to like, you know, 40, 45. And then as a new level becomes unlocked, if people clear, you know, level 3 of that one, they'll get more to 25 points towards
and
the
then
25. So it can still work out.
Yeah.
It can still work.
Yeah, something like that would be good.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that would be nice.
100%.
As long as it doesn't reset, and then like people that don't have a certain unit, they can't.
That's the
get
big
the reward.
part. That's the tough part. If it resets in 2 months, then Grand Voyage is fucked. Straight up.
Because like
it is.
With Garp Challenges, if you don't clear Garp Challenges, like all you're really missing out on is like what a couple limit break materials, a key, which gem. You can get in other material, you can get in treasure map and stuff, and then gems. Like again, like it's not the end of the world, but if you're literally missing out on a gold tablet that are one of the rarest items in the entire game, and you can't get them anywhere else. Like that's a bit different.
Literally the rarest item in the game right now, because it's one of them. So like, and it's gated behind like the walls of hell, pretty much at the moment. So like, good luck getting in. All right, next question from @TwitchManiac. He asked, "Who will be invited?" I'm guessing he meant this episode, but next episode there'll be somebody invited. So get excited for that. And he said, "And Luffy's ... Do you think we'll have level limit break abilities before or after 6+? Or should we just surrender all hope for 6+ level Luffy Nays?" I reckon just surrender all hope at this point. You're not getting 6+
If they were
dual
going
units.
to give dual units a 6+, they would have already had one.
Correct.
Honestly.
So I would assume that but honestly though, dual unit level limit breaks could be fucking crazy though. Like for real, could be insane. So
imagine if they don't give dual units level limit breaks.
Oh my days, bro. Oh my, no shot.
That would be so bad.
No shot. No fucking shot.
Oh, that would be so bad if they did that.
But I mean, no shot.
That's the thing. If they do get them, they're gonna get the most insane upgrades ever.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right.
They're gonna be cracked.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
Next question from @000 O'Brien. He asked, or they asked, sorry, what would be the craziest / most wanted tandem combo you wish to see?
Crazy. What, as in ability, or
I guess just like
interact.
I don't know.
The group, like the group of people. I guess.
I think you could easily do a really cool like Luffy, Law, and Kid like roof piece animation type thing. That would be really lit. There's a lot of things.
Whitebeard, Roger, Odin.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
That could be fucking cool too.
There is an issue with this Super Tandem that could arise, and if the requirement for Super Tandem requires too many units, because you need to fill your team out with those units, and that could be very difficult. So
I agree.
We'll have to wait and see how they do it. If they do any more than 3, it'd be tough.
Hopefully, it stays at 3 max. But I agree with you. What would you want as your trio, Todd, of units?
A trio of units. Jeez. I think it'd be cool if they did like an Ace Marker Whitebeard.
Ooh,
that'd be kind of badass.
Yeah, that's heat. That's heat. All right,
that'd be sick.
Next question.
Or King Queen Kaido.
Oh, yeah, that Kid Queen Kaido would be fucking. Sorry, I said Kid Queen Kaido. What the fuck? King Queen Kaido. At Green TRTL, they ask, do you think rare recruits will get level limit break abilities? It would be awesome to see an improved specials and add additional turns of removal or additional utility. Yeah, I think that's awesome.
Oh yes,
That would
I
be so
hope
cool.
so.
Bro, Bobbin, pull up, get a level limit
God.
break. Is over. The goat rare recruit. It's like that subset
Imagine
of like
his-
15 rare recruits, man. If they all got it, fuck, man, that'd be crazy.
God, imagine like his what is it? His sailor ability. Instead of removing just one turn of silence, is like 3 turns.
Fuck, man.
and then instead of changing adjacent slots to matching, he changes all slots to matching.
All slots to matching.
Oh
He
man.
removes he removes like all the debuffs by like 8 turns or some shit. Like he just starts going crazy.
God. Yeah,
I
I would
hope so.
really love that for like characters that remove silence, but they only remove like 3 turns of
Yeah,
silence on
all those
themselves or some
shitty-
shit like that.
Yeah, the shitty design ones where it's like 5
Oh,
turns,
no.
but
Yeah.
they only remove 4 turns on themselves or some bullshit like that kind of stuff. So hopefully that gets all improved for sure.
Totally
Definitely.
agree.
All right. Next question from @Joba. What's up, Joba? Joba guest star
Hi.
when? Yeah, when the reunion
Never.
episode happens. All right, never. Knights made the call. Never. No, there'll be a reunion episode at
Damn.
some point, but we'll see what happens. But yes, you're playing Treasure Cruise again, so fuck it, why not? We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
At Red Halo Gaming, one of our new members. So shout out to him. Hey, what's up, guys? Hope all's going well. Now that we have version 12, with it bringing a lot of great quality of life updates and Grand Voyage, which definitely could be improved on, in my opinion. What would you say would be one quality of life update you would like to see most? I'm pretty stoked for accept all mail. I
Quality
think
of life.
I still think that there's room to improve the powering up streamlining.
It does
like,
take quite a long time.
It's like what they've done now is great, like with the whole skipping everything, but I still think it could be improved further with like really reducing the amount of time wasted, I suppose.
I agree.
So that would probably be my thing. Like maybe not like a click one button and everything gets powered up and it's all poggy, but it's like at least making it more and more streamlined. The more and more streamlined it is, the better off we're going to be in the long run. That'd probably be it for me.
You know what would be a really nice one to do is if like, so you go like you sort by get date, you go to the bottom of your box and like you see all your pools. If you click on a character and then there'll be a button that'll be like, feed this character or something, and then it automatically grabs any unfavorited copy, and then like, I don't know how they could program something like that, but just a way to increase the speed in which characters can be fed to each other would be fantastic, honestly.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Just streamline the menus, like, because there's just so many menus you have to like traverse through to feed characters. So making those more streamlined, I'm in for.
Yeah.
All right. Next question. At Obsidian_Steed. What does the anniversary need to do to become an instant banger of an event for this year?
Guaranteed legend after every step.
Yeah. Like Sugofest, like the content of the anniversary is negligible because it's always going to be roughly the same stuff because they can't really do much outside of the box, I suppose. They can, but they can't. It would be like a Blitz, Kazuna, TM, like another raid or arena, a point farming event, and that's about it. But the banger is actually in the Sugofest. That's the big point. Like they need to really smash the Sugofest out of the park for it to be a banging event. Otherwise, we're on a tightrope for sure.
That's one of the things I'm most scared about with this anniversary celebration is just the Sugo itself.
Yeah, for sure. So hopefully the Sugofest is cracking. If the Sugofest is on the same quality as the pre-Anni Sugofest, that's a good Sugofest. Like obviously you could probably do a little bit more with it, but like I just hope that it's a really fucking good Sugofest. I hope it's not like shithouse. Like I'm just concerned that it's going to be actually really bad. All right. Next question from @StumpD Gacha, aka fuck that guy.
Oh
Also-
my god, not this
Also,
dude.
also YouTube member, so he pays us money, but still, fuck that guy. He says, Grand Voyage out of 10, question mark. What would you give Grand Voyage out of 10 so far?
I'm at an 8.
I would say like 7 or 8. I think for me it's too like challenging. I'm not sitting there making teams. But like even then when I'm like watching Todd's vid, I'm like, fuck that guy. I don't know how he did it. Like, I can't do that. But no, like I think for content it's fantastic. Because
It's so satisfying when you get it to work, though.
Exactly right. And you get those mission clears too. Oof.
Yeah, it just feels so good.
It's fucking hard though. And like we
It
had
is.
said before, it is very challenging. But I mean, that's what a lot of people wanted, so a lot of people have received it. So good on the dev team for making some really challenging content. I actually want to know what I would love to know what the dev teams are for clearing this content. Because obviously they make the content with a team in mind. So I'd love to know what the placeholder teams are to clear this content. That would be super interesting.
Yeah, I totally agree with that one. But it is kind of interesting as well because when I was team building, I was noticing this a lot actually. When I was team building for some of these fights, like for Alvita, for example, you need strength and you need fighter to get to
Yeah.
level 5. And I noticed that there were literally some units that were just straight up built for the content. Like it makes me feel like they build a team and they were just like, okay, we're just gonna build the content around this team. So
Yeah.
like V3 Legend of Kainu, like his special removes like 3 turns of barriers, which is like exactly what you need to remove on stage 4, and also gives you an attack boost and a conditional boost. And he also has barrier penetration, which allows you to get through the stage prior a lot easier. So it just feels like they definitely built the content with very certain units in mind, for sure.
No, I definitely agree,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
And it makes it easy for team building as well, because if you notice, like, you filter on the database, even for like the buggy challenge, or the one where you had to use buggy, like the Psy one, or I
Yeah.
can't remember actually which one was it. There was one that had slot
Luffy?
bind. Yeah, I
Oh.
can't remember if it was the buggy or the Luffy challenge. It was on Orange Town though, and there's a part where you get slot bind in. So you just look for, okay, I need quick units, and I also need free spirit units, and which ones have slot bind, and just like, okay, those units would probably fit in that spot. Look at their
Yeah.
specials, and it makes team building somewhat easier when you
Yeah.
know what the content does, and you're restricted to very specific classes and colors. There's only a set amount of units you could use for that position, so it does make
Yeah.
team building somewhat easier in a sense.
Agreed.
Interesting.
Agree.
Next.
Next question. Aaron, what are your thoughts on the most recent One Piece episode?
Talking about
Crazy.
10-15?
10-15,
Goated.
yeah. Fucking masterpiece.
Yeah.
That's enough said. That's just it. It's a fucking masterpiece of an episode. It's incredible. The quality was
Probably the best One Piece episode ever.
the quality was
One of the
fucking
best.
I don't
Easily.
understand how that lovely director they do it, but fuck me, man. That was incredible. That was so good.
Even non-One Piece fans were like, holy shit, this thing's amazing.
Yeah, totally right. Like it's fucking insane.
Yeah.
Next question from NW Cossacks. They ask, what do you expect to be the bi-monthly update edition on Grand Voyage? Will the current missions remain indefinitely? We kind of
I think we
touched on it,
up on that.
but we'll have to see. Like that's the sad part, is that like
Yeah.
I hope the current missions remain indefinitely, just because like I just don't want people to miss out on rewards. That's about it. Like I mean, it'd be a shame if they missed out. That's all really.
Correct.
Next question from Omni, another GGP member. Hey
Thank you.
fellas, for your alliance, you get to type out a message on your personal bounty poster for everyone else to see. Mine is, you've heard of One Piece ... Now get ready for Two Piece. Any other suggestions for it? I mean, you can go basic and put your ID if you want like people to open up your poster and like they can see it and stuff like that. I mean, a joke always works. Todd, what do you have as yours?
What's going on, my broskies?
That's fair, yo, king shit.
Good.
What do I have as mine? I don't even remember what mine is.
Yours.
I'm not just the clown. I'm the entire circus. There you go. That's mine. You can get
Classic.
you can get some ideas from that one. That's for sure. So I mean, it's just meant to be for memes.
Or you could just be like Carissa and just say, "Get good, dudes."
yeah, get good
There you go.
dudes.
Yeah.
You know, I think we have some. I think Rion's is top player, by the way. Like,
Yep.
I think Venge has Venge's Thanklol was right.
And then
Syringes.
Akanu's just friggin' promoting
Yeah,
the German
Akanu's got a
Discord.
fucking paragraph that has the whole the OPC community. So
Shout out to Akanu, by the way. He came up with one of the first teams, if not the first team, to clear the level 5 Luffy Grand Voyage.
Akanu is the fucking goat. I'm telling.
That
I've
man
been
knows
saying
what's
this.
up.
I've been saying this shit for years, but no one listens to me. 86 is actually the fucking smartest Treasure Cruise player. Like, straight up, they don't get it, man. They don't
Free
get
to
it.
play, by the way.
Yeah, free to play, by the way. Fucking lion, son of a bitch. All right. Oh, I hate this guy's name, but I love this guy as well. Next question from Ray G Boner. They asked, sorry. Yo, hope you guys are doing well. Just wanted to ask if you guys had a quick TLDR on your username origin stories. Just curious how you derived your names. I think we've answered this question before in the past, but we'll go around and do a quick TLDR. Mine originated from Drake's Instagram handle, Champagne Puppy, and I was like, well, I'm going to be bigger than Drake one day, so it's fine, so I can't really copy him.
Let's go.
I kind of translated it to Captain Puppy,
Goat.
and it kind of made sense because when I played Rocket League, there was a cap that says Captain Daddy on it, and then Captain Puppy kind of illustrates itself from there.
Hell yeah.
Night?
Alright, yeah. So mine's basically is like a mixture of a whole bunch of things. Like when I was like 16 or some shit, I really like this song called Nightmare. My favorite Pokemon is Dragonite, and then I use like my initials of my actual name.
Yeah, JP, Japanese.
Pretty much it.
Knight's
Yeah.
Japanese. It's, if you
Exactly.
guys didn't actually know, that's why.
Oh man, I don't really have much of an origin story. I hate this. I hate when
Yeah.
people ask me that because, like, bro, it
You
was
need to
just an
figure out this
Xbox
origin
gamer
story.
tag that I'm gonna make up an origin story. Honestly,
Yeah.
that's what I'm
I
gonna do.
crafted it from
Yeah,
when
so
I was
one
in...
time I was
saw a
in
toad
Queensland and I saw a toad skiing.
I was gonna more go be like, oh, when I was in Mongolia climbing the mountains or whatever, I was just struck by a tablet from God, and it said, "Your name is Toadski. What's going on, my broskies?" or some shit like that. There you go. And Flame.
I think originally I
Flames.
was originally planning to do something along the lines of Broski, but then like, I was gonna use my name, and like, no, Todsky just doesn't fit, and I don't know where Toad came from. It just literally came from nowhere. But anyways,
it's from a toad skiing in Queensland. There you go. That's your.
of course.
That's forever your origin story. Flame's probably asleep right now, but I don't remember his origin story.
I think it was something like Xbox Live
Yeah, I think it
or
was
some
a
shit.
tag
and
thing,
It was
yeah,
like
it was-
God Flame.
Yeah, that's
And
it.
then,
God Flame.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then some shit like that. I don't remember because
Fucking
fuck
nerd.
Flame.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah,
Fucking nerd.
anime watcher.
Anime head ass. All right, next question from one of our new member, Dr. Erection. Erection.
Erection.
Dr. Erection. Oh, I didn't fucking
Got
process
him.
that. What the
He
fuck is
got
with
me
all
on
these?
Twitch the other day. He
What
got me
the
on
fuck
Twitch
is?
the other day.
What the fuck is wrong with these people? Why is everyone in our comments talking about boners and erections, man? Like, come on, dog.
Got him.
They ask, don't know if you want to put a spoiler warning on it, but what? I'm just gonna like mute this stuff. I don't want to put a spoiler warning, but what does everyone think about the new Luffy stuff from the anime? Personally, I'm of the camp it perfectly fits his character, and I love how creative it all is now. Keep up the great work. I think all the new Luffy stuff is really cool. That's what I think.
It is
I'm a
crazy
big
that
fan of it.
I'm a big fan as
after
well.
all this time, it's like, oh no, that's not his actual devil fruit. It's like, holy
Exactly.
shit.
So like, it's pretty neat.
It's so wild.
We'll leave it at that.
It's cool. I like it. Yeah, it's good.
I think
Thumbs
it's
up.
cool. 100%. Next question from Monkey Indo. They ask, my question is, what would you rather see first? Cool stuff get added to the game or fix the stuff they need to fix?
Fix.
Depends what you want to be fixed.
I think fix as well, but like adding new content is always fun. So like it's
Yeah,
kind
definitely.
of like, yeah, it's kind of it's definitely what Todd just said. Like like
Well, they need
what
to
I-
always add new content, nonetheless.
Yeah, they can't. If they don't add new content, then the game just dies, like completely. So
Exactly.
I want new stuff to be. I want things to be fixed, but at the same time, there has to be a balance between fixing and new stuff. So,
For sure.
and our penultimate question from Random Spawn, they ask, how impactful do you think that level limit break will be on regular content like Arena and Kazunas? Do you think that we will reach a point where level limit break characters are fully a level limit break and character fully will become a must?
That's what Grand Voyage is for.
Yeah, at the moment, Grand Voyage is essentially a must. Will it be for regular content? I don't think so. Will it impact
that'd be bullshit.
arenas? No. Will it impact Kazuna? Yes, but on the front of doing more damage. That's about it. Like, for
I think
Super
it'll-
Go for it. Go for it, Knight.
I think it'll affect like arenas just for the fact that characters that you haven't used since like
You can use.
2016,
Yeah,
you can
that
like
makes
bring
sense.
them back.
Yeah.
So it like makes more teams for newer
More players,
content,
yeah,
which is
yeah.
cool. Yeah. And more like
Yeah.
if
I
you have
agree.
like the means for them, for sure. But yeah.
I think that it's the positive of level limit break for Kazuna is for super Kazunas for like versus super boss is that you could eke out more damage per run, which I guess makes sense why they did the increase in HP, but at the same time it's still kind of cringe that they did that. So like, I don't know.
Cringe.
Speaking of cringe, it's Cringe S Wins, aka Cody, aka Peanut Butter Burger Boy. As always, the final question of the day. No, he's not cringe. He's a great guy. Married man. How did you get married? You gotta tell me the ways. How'd you find a girl? I'm still fucking playing Treasure
That means he
Cruise,
touched
man.
grass.
Damn, how do you do that? I'm fucking doing that. Anyway, hey guys, as always, thank you for the hard work that you do, and I'm sure you'll cover everything Grand Voyage and OPCT related. I'll just stick with some off-topic questions. First question. What would you say is your greatest talent? Mine would be running fast. I was a track athlete throughout school.
I can also
That's-
run very fast. Yeah.
I'll pull up on
Nice.
you. What's my greatest talent? I don't fucking know.
Probably. I have a really good eye for design, I guess.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm
Yeah,
good
I see
at.
it.
I think I can sell ice to Eskimos. Like, I think I'm very good at persuasion. And like,
But
just
meth,
talking
not
in-
actual ice.
Yeah, like no crack fucking coke. I'm doing it right now. That's why I don't have a girlfriend. No, but I think I'm weirdly enough. I think I'm good at like just talking. That'd probably be say what my my skill is. Knight, what's your skill?
I don't know, man. It's really hard. Like
it's too many. It's too
I don't
many
wanna
to
say-
decide through. You know what I mean? There's too many
yeah,
skills.
I don't know. I feel like I don't want to say that I think I'm funny, but I feel like
I
whenever
would say you're fucking
like
funny.
I'm in a group of people, like I like find some way to like get someone to chuckle
I
or
mean,
something, which
you
I think
gave
is
me
nice.
you gave me the title of the episode, so like, and that was hilarious. Super Tandem is super illegal. Like, it's perfect. that shit was so good. So I'd agree with you there for sure. Would you rather be able to breathe underwater or be unable to be burnt? Well, as an Australian, both would be beneficial. Like,
Correct.
you know, we're always getting flooded
Well-
and simultaneously always getting burnt down. So
Just because you can breathe underwater doesn't mean that you're like impervious to other.
fucking shark's gonna pull up on your ass and still
Yeah.
eat you. Like, it doesn't change shit, right?
Exactly right.
I'd probably still say
Yeah.
breathe underwater. I think the convenience
sounds-
of that would
that'd
be
be
super
cool.
useful. Yeah.
Bro,
Mhm.
give me some gills.
That's what I'm saying. Start swimming, Harry Potter type from Goblet of Fire. Eat that,
Oh,
eat
true.
that blue gilly stuff and
Gilly
start,
weed.
the gilly weed. It's turned into a fish, man. This time.
Yeah, I
That's
feel
what
like
do.
being
for it.
unable to burn
That would be
Isn't-
cool. But like,
it's very situational. Like
Yeah,
how
yeah.
often are you unless
just
you're a
walking
fucking
into-
firefighter?
that's a good point. If one of us was a firefighter, being able to like not be burnt would be like, you'd be the greatest firefighter of all time. But also,
I guess like if you're like taking shit out of the oven, like you don't need to.
That's
Like...
imagine you're able to pull the cookies. You're able to pull like the cookies out of the oven without having to grab the oven. You just grab them raw from the oven. You ain't gonna even
That's the
fret, you know
shittiest
what I mean?
superpower ever.
You can just grab
Bro,
cake
I didn't even need the oven mitts. I got this.
To be fair, that's like my mum anyway right now because she has like what they call like asbestos fingers, where like she's just done so much cooking and like been burnt on her hands so many times that she just raw grabs the tray out of the oven when it's still hot. And I'm like, you're a psychopath of a woman, but I respect it. She gets the nuggies out of the oven in time. You gotta love it. You know what I mean? Flame already is impervious to, to flame because his name is literally
Staying
Flame,
awake.
So yeah, he's also he'll probably be able to stay awake too. It's not even that late. It's a Saturday night. He ain't gonna go clubbing afterwards, man. He's probably with his girlfriend in bed right now. Anyway, moving on. Hey, yo. Would you rather be? Sorry, here you go. What was your favorite anime growing up? For him, it was DBZ.
Yeah, DBZ was up there. Yu-Gi-Oh.
Probably Yu-Gi-Oh for me, if I was to be real. Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon. Probably watch more Pokemon than Yu-Gi-Oh, but Yu-Gi-Oh was way more entertaining.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon for sure.
I'd probably say like, I guess, like for my later like growing up years, like Fairy Tail.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Okay.
Yeah.
I respect it.
Fair enough. All right.
And now for some food-related questions.
Here we go.
He's got his answers. Burgers or tacos?
Oh.
Ooh.
That's such a great question because it's so hard.
That's so fucking hard.
I would have to go
It depends
tacos.
on my mood.
I think tacos because it's more
Yeah.
refreshing. I feel like because I think a burger can really like it can really like fill you up and make you feel very heavy, but a taco is always like a very light kind of like meal. So I'd say tacos for myself.
I might have to go with tacos as well, honestly.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with tacos.
Well,
I feel
he
like
said-
burgers are like
Go for it.
you get them. They're like, at least for me in the U.S., like you can like get them pretty much everywhere. But
Yeah.
like with tacos, like it's more limited and it's
Australia
more like,
doesn't even have any
oh,
good
yeah.
tacos like anywhere. Like you
damn,
can't get
that's
like,
crazy.
There actually is Taco Bell in a couple of places here in Melbourne. I've been a few times. I mean, obviously it's not like it's not normal Mexican
Like,
food.
we
It's
don't-
like
yeah,
Yeah,
we don't
food,
have
but, like
I want those street vendor tacos, man. Like them shits would be
Right,
Yeah, those
amazing.
shits bangers.
even just like homemade ones still. Are
Yeah,
also
homemade
really
tacos
good.
crack too. Like if I'm being
Mhm.
real.
Yeah,
We're having taco night at home. Like, ooh, them shit's hidden. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
He said burgers,
So
so
good.
that guy's still living up to
No,
peanut butter
are
burger.
we
boy.
hard shell or soft shell?
Damn,
I go
I'm-
both.
I'm
but
both as well. But if I had to pick one,
probably hard.
yeah, I'd
Pause.
probably agree.
Hey,
Pause on
yo!
that too. Yeah, probably pause on that too.
No, I'm probably soft. I'm probably soft shell to be honest.
Yeah, okay.
Damn,
There you go.
limp dick.
Bro, come on, man.
This man right here.
Pause on that one. Well, Cody said burgers, so he's the odd one out today. Alfredo or tomato-based pasta? Like Alfredo sauce or
Alfredo.
tomato sauce?
So, because I don't actually like a lot of tomato-based sauces except for bolognese, pretty much.
That's a
Whereas,
good
like with
Mhm.
Alfredo-based sauces, I like a lot of them. So I think on the average, I'd probably say Alfredo.
That's a great point.
But bolognese is goated.
That's what I mean. Bolognese do be bussin'. I would have to go tomato. I don't know. I think like
Okay.
the creaminess is a lot. Like I don't know. I feel like I like the pasta to be like kind of light in a sense. I feel like the Alfredo creaminess is a lot. He said tomato
Yeah,
as
it
well.
does
So
make it heavier.
it's 2-2. Popcorn or
2-2.
chips?
Chips.
Popcorn.
Chips.
Popcorn is banging, but chips is just the way more convenient
Yeah.
snack.
Yeah, I mean, at movie theaters, I mean, the popcorn's always the way. It literally is like the movie snack. But
But then I also bring a
Right.
bag of chips into the cinemas anyway. Like, you know what I mean? It's my snack too. So it's like, I'll do that in the
my
cinema.
my
regardless.
go-to snack is a crunchy M&Ms, crispy
Yeah.
M&Ms.
Dude, I get the mixed pack of M&Ms now. It has like the crunchy, the
mixed one.
peanut ones, and the minis all in the same
A
pack.
little bit of this, a little bit of
A little
that.
bit of that, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of this, that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a little bit of a
Mhm.
vibe thing.
That's a good one.
So we're all chip gang there. He's chip gang, so respect it. Flame's probably popcorn gang because he's a weirdo. Maple or chocolate. Not sure if you have them globally, but maple candies are the best thing around in Canada. Sorry.
Can't say I've had maple.
I think we have them here.
Maple candy.
I
I'm
haven't
looking it
found
up
them.
now. Maple candy kind of looks like caramel candy, but I don't want to be crucified by all Canadians. So I'm just gonna say chocolate.
I'm a big chocolate fan anyway, so I'd go with that anyway.
Chocolate's banging.
Yeah.
Tzatziki or garlic sauce? I don't know, Knight. What was yours, sorry, for maple or chocolate?
Chocolate. I just looked it up. Yeah, I don't think we have.
Yeah, I don't think we have it either. It looks like like a little caramel style candy, but again, I'm not gonna get stabbed.
Freaking Canadians keeping everything to himself.
That's what I'm saying. Fly him over. Let's start a business. Finally, tzatziki or garlic sauce?
Garlic.
Yeah, for me it's garlic too. As an Arabic man, you have garlic with every kind of meat. Pause.
I mean, it's the go-to.
It's just easy. It's convenient.
It's so good.
Delicious.
It just goes with everything. I mean, tzatziki's good, but I mean, garlic is just, the
I think I'll be the odd one out. I like
tzatziki boy. Tzatziki is
tzatziki's still good.
Tzatziki with like crackers. Like you get like little like crackers and tzatziki, little chip and dip kind of thing. Ooh. Hitting.
Ooh.
Banging.
That's it. And he went garlic as well. It's a pleasure as always, guys. Can't wait to listen to your thoughts. Your boy Cody in Canada. Thank you, Cody. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a behemoth of an episode. Clocking it at almost 3.5 hours long, but we have made it through. See, aren't we all thankful that we didn't start at our usual time? Like, at least we have the rest of the day for us, and Knight and Flame can go to bed. I mean, Flame's already asleep, but at least Knight can go to bed at a reasonable time. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like, but that's it. We're done. That's everything. That was our pre-8th anniversary episode. So look forward to the next episode where we will be chatting 8th anniversary content, and hopefully we'll have a wonderful special guest on that episode as well. As per usual, if you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you like the episode. Make sure you go down there, hit the subscribe button, hit the join button if you want to support us financially, and even comment as well. We don't get a lot of comments, so make sure you guys are spamming up the comments with your thoughts and timestamps of the things you liked, you didn't like, you disagree, you agree with, all that kind of fun stuff. And, it gives us a great idea of what to continue doing and what not to do. Whilst you're
you better leave a comment. Yeah,
you fucking nerds. I don't know why I'm so aggressive, but yeah, leave a comment, idiots. You stinkies.
Oh my god.
Fuck, I'm mad. It's been 3.5 hours. I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even have breakfast.
I'm hungry too.
I lost my train of thought. When you're down below there, go into the description and go to our link tree link. It's linktr.ee for all /GoodGreatPerfect for all of our social medias. You can go to anchor.fm /GoodGreatPerfect for our audio only platforms. The main ones being Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts as well. And whilst you're in the description down below as well, make sure if you like us as hosts, as individuals, you go follow all of our social media links at NightmareJP, at Toski, at Flamevius, and at Captain Papi. But I think that's about wraps us up, gentlemen. I've been Captain Papi. Thank you for an incredible month, by the way. 10,500 views in a month for us is the most we've ever had. And we are eternally grateful for all the support you guys have provided us. Hopefully we can continue to produce quality content that you guys are enjoying to watch. But with that being said, I've been Captain Papi, Flame, Knight, and Todd. Thank you all for this another episode. Talk to you guys next time. Peace.
Goodbye.
Bye.